a sinner, left my lover crying on the dance floor. I'm a sinner, I'm a sinner.
Hey guys, welcome to Something Unlimited. Let's see if there's anything at the office. Nothing. Alright, let's go ahead and get the Legion out of the way. Cheetah. Star Sapphire. Bizarro. Tyre. Let's make a girls team this time. There we go. We're gonna hire... Alright, let's do this. So we'll do... Not the upgrade. That is not the button I was looking for. I was looking for the heist button. So, Cheetah, Star Sapphire, Job. Confirm. Oh, yeah. And then we go back. Still nothing really at the bordello. I'll probably do a bonus episode directed entirely at like the bordello and stuff, but not today. I don't think Raven has anything new that we need to really worry about. So let's go ahead and do the living quarters. Alright, so before we do anything else, I'm going to villains, henchwomen. Okay, yep, I have her there. So people can get off my ass about that. Alright, so Harley doesn't do anything, Lois doesn't do anything, Audrey's done, Cheshire's done. Blackfire is still glitched to all hell, which I'll show once again. I do know the developers, as I've said before, they do know about this bug. I'm not the only one that's encountered it. So that's going to be something that they're going to work on fixing, which is very nice. Thank you to them. Batgirl's probably going to go back. Helena grins at you as you walk into her cell alone. She is wearing a bright red dress that is barely covering her lower body. Oh, now this is a lot better, don't you think? You look her over as she twirls around for a moment. I guess it is a favorite of yours. Oh yeah, it's one of my best dresses. I use it sometimes when I go undercover even. You grin to yourself and put your hands behind your back. Well, it is just a copy based on your memory of it. Having multiple outfits disappear from your home would be pretty suspicious. Oh, really? That's good to know, actually. I'd hate to have the original get damaged. Yes, I have many machines down here that can produce virtually anything. Well, now that is really handy, isn't it? You walk in further and the door closes with a swish behind you. I thought it'd be nice to let you have some more options. She does look really good in that dress. Helena looks over the dress again and gives you a smirk. Now, wasn't that nice of you? I think maybe you're talking like you're taking a liking to me after all. I would like you to enjoy yourself for the most part. It can make the experience much more engaging for both of us. Well, I have a lot of outfits I could dream up. You give her a cold stare for a moment. But I wouldn't want to push it. It's just nice to have something else to wear. Good. The more amicable you are, then perhaps I can give you some more options. Oh, that does sound really nice. I think I'll be good then. Excellent choice. I should get back to my work tonight, though. You head back out the door as they open for you with a swishing sound. Now what to wear or think of wearing? Helena goes back to pacing around thinking. You've unlocked Huntress's red dress costume. All right. Starfire? I think if I do this without her, it's just you, but let me find out. Oh yes, I shall commence the dancing immediately. Starfire hovers closer to the center of the room. She moves her arms around in a strange fashion and begins to shake her hips. Her large breasts immediately start to swing with the motion, completely covered by her top, but the outlines glint their shape. She starts into an erotic belly dance, Starfire's long hair whips around all over the place as she moves. She keeps eye contact with you as she makes tiny movements with her hips. She has a wide smile on her face as you watch her dance. Her orange skin glimmers a bit in the dull light of the room. Her hips are moving in and out, in and out. Starfire's movements are more than suggestive. She thrusts her hips in and out. Her dance is intensely erotic, but her face has a devious look to it. Finally, she begins to slow down and comes to a stop. Starfire wipes some of the sweat as she floats back over to you. Well done, your dance is very masterful. I am very happy with the praising. Do you have any evil deeds for me to carry out, master? Oh, let me make her a henchwoman. Let me make her... Oh, Sunset, let me make her a henchwoman. Let me do it. Please, 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 please. No, just the dancing will do for now. Of course. I shall spill blood across the stars' ways, master. Yeah, maybe later. Oh, it is most fun to be the villain. For now, you can relax, though. I have other duties to attend to. Yes, master. Starfire kneels down on the floor as you leave the room. Finally, she rises again moments later after you leave. I cannot wait to practice the evil. Slaves, bring me the zork berries I desire. Starfire begins to hover around with her arms crossed. I kind of want that. Let's see. Galatea doesn't have anything new. I know that. You know what? Have we had her dance in this? Let's try that. I want to do a special where I have them. I'm going to do another special episode very soon, the bonus episode for patrons and stuff. I'm still debating if I want to do it live for them or if I'm going to pre-record it. So if you're a patron, subscribe, star member, or only fan, keep an eye out for that. It'll be pretty fun. Of course, Daddy. I'm always ready to dance for you. You give her a quick smile. Galatea hovers over to the center of the room. She stretches her arms and legs out a bit in midair. Her hips wiggle back and forth a bit as she floats around. She points her ass to the ceiling as she holds her legs underneath her. Galatea begins to shake her ass up and down. She stays pretty level in the air as she concentrates on shaking. Her muscular back is mostly hidden by tattered white and red shirts. The sequined red and blue booty shorts seem like they might explode at any moment from the strain. Half of her entire ass is clearly visible, with the shorts barely covering her lower half. Her outfit seems like a mismatched mess as she moves. She moves into a full motion with her legs and arching her back. Galatea looks over to you as she pumps her legs in and out slightly as her ass bounces. Oh, yeah. Very well done. Her firm ass trembles as she shakes her hips. She really bounces her butt around as hard as she can. Her clothes are really strained under the pressure. She makes sure to slow down a bit when she gets moving too fast. You stare up and down her sculpted body as she moves. She wiggles from side to side and then up and down. Galatea makes some slow thrusts with her legs. Her ass juts up, I can't read, into the air over and over as she floats around. She floats around, shaking till she's content and begins to hover back down. Galatea wipes her forehead and hovers back down. Yeah, that was a good one. She gives her ass a loud slap. Cling! Quite impressive, my dear. You really mastered shaking your ass in the air. I'm glad you like it so much. Anytime you want a private dance, just ask, Daddy. Very good. A very impressive set of weapons, my dear. Thank you, Daddy. Well, I should continue my work on some unfinished projects. Of course. You turn quickly with a grin on your face. Galatea hovers and bobs her ass around in the air. Okay, Black Canary would be next. Let's get her in a different costume. Let's get her to dance in that. Very well then. At least dancing is easy enough. Good girl. There is an elegance in simplicity. Pfft. You just like to watch me shake my ass. There is that as well. She takes a few steps back and brushes her hair off to the side. Black Canary takes up a stance and stretches her arms out. She turns her side to you and begins to move slowly. Her body sways around while she keeps her hands in place. You look her over as her ass swings from side to side in front of you. This is what you wanted? Her skin-tight costume leaves little to the imagination. Good, good. God, I still love her costume. She glares back at you, but continues to shake her ass. Her movements loosen up more as she goes along. Black Canary does a routine, then shifts to her other side and does another. You watch her intently as she shakes her hips around. Her long blonde hair bounces around her shoulders with quick movements. The simple moves show off her well-toned body. After a while, she slows down and comes to a stop to take a breath. Another solid performance. Black Canary straightens out her hair for a moment, then walks back over. Thanks, I guess. It'd be nice to have some kind of release I could work towards. That is an interesting idea. Perhaps if you continue to perform well, I could see what I can do. Though it would be something conditional, of course. Well, that is better than nothing. At least I could look forward to something. If you keep up your obedience and entertainment value. For now, I need to check in on some other residents. Black Canary watches you walk out the door as it opens for you. Maybe I can slowly work on my persuasion ability. Wear him down over time at least. She slowly walks over to the bed and wipes off her forehead. Alright, so let's do some Harley Quinn. We haven't had her dance. Well, we kind of have, but... More dancing? Alright then. It's always nice when people are compliant. Okay, here I go. Harley walks over to the center of the room and takes a deep breath. She shakes her arms and legs out, then begins. So I do have Harley, the other Harley, as my assistant, but she's not even responding to it. She quickly lifts her hands up over her head and starts to shake. Oh yeah, check this shit out. Her body undulates back and forth like a snake. Then she plants her hips and shakes her ass from side to side. Harley's hips rotate around as she grins back at you. Yes, excellent. Her tight booty shorts barely cover her white ass as it jiggles around. Shake, shake, shake that body. She whips her whole body and bounces her ass out. You watch her intently as she performs in front of you. Oh, gotta work it. Her pigtails fly around as she moves while still holding her head. Finally, she gives her ass one last big shake. Then she starts to slow down again and catches her breath. You're doing very well lately, my dear. Harley brushes off her forehead and walks over to you again. Thanks, boss. I've always been able to shake it. Well, as long as you continue to do so, you'll remain in good standing. Oh, yeah. No bordello for me. Harley cackles to herself for a moment. Yes. Keep up the good work, and we won't have any problems. You leave quickly through the automatic door as Harley watches you go. Well, maybe I should practice a little bit. Harley starts to burst out some moves with a grin. She's getting into it. Okay, so the next one would be Hot Girl. Let's see. Have we actually shown her dancing in that? Today's a dance episode. We'll make today the dance episode again. Dance again. Share a command. Wait. Fine. I'll do your stupid dance already. You grin at Shiera as she gives you a frown. Excellent then. She moves over to the center of the cell, still glaring at you. Shara spreads her legs and flaps her wings from side to side. She arches her back with her arms out in front of her. Is this to your liking? Her hips start to sway around as she glares back at you. Her tight black pants show off the shape of her ass clearly as it jiggles. She shakes it up and down, then rotates her waist around and around. Yes, very good. Whatever. Her wings flap to one side for a while, then flip back to the other. Shara's red hair bounces around in her face and flows between her wings. She starts to get more complicated patterns with her hips. More sexual, please. Her booty bounces around with the motion of her body swaying. Her bare skin shines in the dull light of the room. She pretends to stare off at a wall as you watch her body work itself. A few drops of sweat run down her skin as she moves. All right, that's good for now. Shara slows down and stops herself with a loud sigh. Finally, she brushes off some sweat and walks back over. See, isn't that just a lot easier? I'm sure having control is more comfortable anyways. It is better than just that robot shit at least. Good. You see, we can come to an understanding. Understanding? You'll understand when my mace crushes your skull in someday. Either way, it is very entertaining to watch you dance. But I suppose it's enough for now. There is only so much time in each night. You leave the room as Shara frowns with her hands on her hips. Pfft. She wipes off a few drops off her forehead, then sits down on the bed. Her wings spread out as she lays down with a sigh. Alright, so who do I still have? I might check. Let's see. Since we're doing a dance episode, let's see. We're not going to do the ones we've done too many times. If you can't dance, your ass is going back to the bordello. Dance. Pfft, all right. Tara crosses her arms and walks over to the middle of the room. She stretches her arms a bit and looks around nervously. She makes an awkward pose and starts to wave her arms around. She holds one of her arms up behind her head as she moves. Her bare breast, her breasts bounce a bit in her tight black shirt. I am colorblind at this point. She stares off to the wall as she does her dance. Pretending to ignore you completely, Tara continues to shake her hips from side to side. Her one arm rotates around as she holds her head with the other. She kind of hums a tune under her breath as her body moves about. Not bad. She speeds up her pace a bit and adds a few moves. Finally, she begins to slow down as beads of sweat run down her face. Good. You're coming along nicely. Tara wipes off some sweat and walks over again. You kidnap people just to make them dance or something? Well, for now, yes, I suppose. Pretty weak. Perhaps. Perhaps we'll move on when I see fit, though. You take a few steps back out as the door automatically opens for you. Tara lays down on her bed and stares at the ceiling. Alright, so can I make you dance? Because that's fun. Okay, I literally can't do anything with you yet. So, let me check the bordello. Well, you know what? Labs. I want to see if anything's happened if we go in there. Nothing happens. Okay. Okay, nothing happens there. Anything new there? No. Nothing at Cadmus. Nothing at the Daily Planet. Tala. Let's go dance. Let's go make Raven dance. Nope, that was not what I wanted to do, but okay. Yes, master. Raven walks over and kneels beside the bed. Oh, very eager. I like that. All right, so there was one more thing I wanted to check. Okay, yeah, I remember what I wanted to check. Okay. So there's nothing more for her yet. That's what I wanted to check. Alrighty, guys. We're going to call this episode, and the next episode should be the wedding, which should be a lot of fun. So I'll see you all then. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys who have been supporting my channel. You guys are all very awesome, whether you support it here or other places. You remember, if you're on YouTube, you can hit that membership button, or you can check out the other places that throw support, and all that fun little jazz, and I'll see you all later. Bye, guys. Hey, guys, and welcome back to Something Unlimited. So, I believe this means once we hit this button the third day. You failed me. You failed me, girl. How could you do this to me? Today is isn't today supposed to be the wedding? Huh. That's odd. So really quick, I'm going to do something people have asked about. Upgrade device. And I'm going to upgrade you. The fuck? When is my Zatanna being put into a cell? Although I feel like she shouldn't be put into a cell. I feel like she'd be put in with Tala. Yeah, Tala. Go. She walks over the bed and sits down on it. Rose smokes and relaxes on the edge of the bed. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring some more girls here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just switch to the next night. I know. Skip the night. I'm doing that because this wedding is supposed to have happened, and I'm hoping it's not absolutely glitched again. So who don't we have here? I'm going to bring all the girls back into the place. I think that's everybody. Okay, believe that is everybody that can be there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is skip a day. There we go. After a grueling long flight, you arrive in Casnia. Then, finally, after multiple inspections, you are led into a large hall in the main castle. You look around the room as a massive fire blazes in the oversized fireplace. Up on the wall, you can't help but see the enormous portrait of Vandal Savage. I'll admit, I would probably do the same. Huge doors open at the end of the hall, and Vandal Savage approaches. He waves off some guards that flank him. They bow and head back to close the doors. Lex, it is good. Lex, it is good to see you. I was concerned that you wouldn't make it you wouldn't make the trip. But here you are in the flesh. It is refreshing. Of course, I never turn down a direct invitation. It is sad that so many do not seem to have your enthusiasm. This will be a smaller affair, so this is quite insulting, really. I'm sure everyone has their own reasons. I hope the flight wasn't too intense. And my security can be a little overzealous. Since the incident in Metropolis, everything here has been on high alert. Yes. Well, that only makes sense. I am impressed with your dedication, though. Excuse me. We really should not be working against each other, Lex. I'd like to repair the good graces that we used to have. But after this wedding, I will be acting monarch, so my travel will be dubious at best. You pause for a moment and think to yourself. Then allow me to come to Casnia. Yes, excellent. Though I would ask that you allow me to set up a marker for my teleportation network here. I don't think I could survive many more of these plane trips. Savage thinks to himself, and you can see the gears turning in his head. Very well, but only if my guards are allowed an inspection on your arrival. Agreed. Good, good. It is always nice to have someone close to my own level of ambition to talk to. If it's not exactly like you're used to with, my darling Snape, it's because my throat's knackered. I had a fun weekend. Another guard comes in and bows, then waits patiently by the doors. You'll have to excuse me now. Of course. Savage walks over to the guards again, and the new one whispers something to him. He tries to hide it well, but you can see the frustration in body language immediately. Savage waves the guards off again and then runs out of the room. Savage walks back over with a slight grimace on his face. It seems as though the wedding time is going to be moved up. Moved up? How far ahead? As fast as possible. There is an airborne threat coming in from the west at full speed. My men will slow it down, but they won't last very long. I'm sure you have planned ahead for such problems. Savage tries not to crack a wide grin and stays stoic. Of course. For now, you should head to the cathedral. He lets out a long sigh and then continues. I will try to persuade my bride-to-be to speed up as well. You give Savage a nod as he waves and a guard to escort you and walks off again. The armed guard walks up right in front of you. This way, please. You follow the guard out as another pair of them close the doors with a clunk. Walking behind the guard down the maze of dimly lit hallways, you memorize the pathway. The architecture slowly becomes more crude, stonework and less opulent. Finally, you come to a set of ancient wooden doors on a massive iron hinge. The doors open into a huge stone cathedral bathed in dim light. The guards walk you into the room with a handful of other people waiting there. Please wait here, sir. You nod to the guard as he heads off back out the doors once again. Scanning the room, you don't see any guards in the actual cathedral. You slowly walk around the room, looking at the stonework and ignore the people. Most of them are near the altar with the priest. You notice in a glance. As you move over to the far side of the building, you can hear a familiar ringing sound. You wait for a moment when no one is looking your way. Quickly, you move behind a pillar out of sight of anyone in the room. The sounds become louder as you move off towards a small set of doors. You split out the doors and into a more modern-looking hallway addition. Down the hall is another set of doors, and you notice the sound is voice, a very loud one. Audrey screams at her attendants as you listen in. What is this rash? This is a royal wedding, you bastards. She smacks some flowers out of the hands of a nervous attendant girl. Not some peasant ceremony like you are used to. I'm sorry, princess. That is queen. Yes, forgive me. Audrey rattles off a list of swears in Khaznian. You carefully open the door and enter the room to the attendant's surprise. Sir, please, you cannot be here. Audrey immediately recognizes you and smiles. Ah, Lex Luthor. Yes, you came. I cannot thank you enough. She glares at the attendant with daggers in her eyes. All of you, go. Find me some flowers worth of royalty. Right now, and don't come back until you do. Yes, my lady. They hurry out the door, past you with their heads down. Now that those useless fools are gone, what can I help you with? You lean back and quietly lock the door behind you. It's good I found you this early. I just wanted to say something. Audrey, command. Recall and merge current memories. Audrey's eyes roll up and her face goes completely blank for a moment. You can see her eyes moving around rapidly as her mouth hangs open. Finally, she relaxes and takes a deep breath. She looks over at you as she gets her bearings again. What's, my lord? Good. It seems you are back now, my dear. I can remember now, but not clearly. I had to imprint you with false memories to fool Savage. Now they should be erased, and your true memories returned. Yes, I was in Zizel. Audrey looks at herself in the mirror. Eh, I'm getting married to that swine Savage. Yes, there have been some complications. Some? This is the one thing I've wanted to avoid. I still have a plan, but we will have to play the long game now. Long game? Such as? You will have to marry Savage for now. Why wouldn't I get the guards to throw you in prison forever? Because you'll be his puppet for the rest of your short life. Once he is the true monarch, then how long do you think he will keep you around? She clamps her jaw and grimaces at you with her blue eyes. Gh. Fine. At least as your puppet, I will have some fun. Audrey gets a maniacal grin on her face as she stares at you. That dress, by the way, is very pretty. You have to prove you are serious then. I suppose that is fair. How am I going to do that, though? She licks her lips and sways her hips around. Fuck me. Right now. You are about to get married, and those girls could be back at any moment. So Lex Luthor is the coward then? Savage barely ever touches me. Audrey struts over to the nearby table and begins to pull up her large dress. She has nothing on underneath and wiggles her bare ass around. Did you lose your balls, my lord? Ah, you can use my tiny asshole. It is so tight. Audrey arches her back with professional curvature, making her ass seem huge for her small frame. You get a wide grin on your face as you look her over. I do need to prove my commitment very well. You walk back over to the door and straighten your suit. I think you'll need some kind of cover story for this mess as well. Oh, I will just smash some things. She paused for a second to catch her breath. I usually do that anyways. Very well. I would assume I've proven myself then. Audrey wipes some cum with her finger and licks it off with a smile. Yes. But you will need to do it many times in the future. I don't want to be stuck with a man who doesn't even fuck me hard. Of course. Just play your part for now. And I must go back to mine. Very well. You head back out the door as Audrey tries to steady herself. She knocks makeup and vases to the floor to cover the mess. Now some cleanup. She crawls along against the wall to the washroom. You quietly walk back into the main cathedral and stare at some glasswork on the far wall. After some time, Vandal Savage comes in through the main doors. He is wearing a black tuxedo as she strolls up to the main carpet towards the altar. I am sorry for the delay, everyone, but I am confident that the wedding will proceed shortly. Everyone in the cathedral gets organized and stands waiting silently. You can hear some distant crackling like fireworks. The priest talks quietly with Savage for a moment as you stare off in boredom. Finally, Princess Audrey comes in through the main doors. She slowly walks down the aisles holding a bouquet of flowers. She silently strides up beside Vandal Savage, and they both turn to the priest. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today in the presence of God and this company, that Princess Audrey II of Cosnia and Vandal Savage may be united in holy matrimony. This relationship is an honorable and sacred one, designed to unite two hopes and sympathies into one, and it rests on the mutual confidence and devotion of husband and wife. Therefore, it is not by any to be entered into unadvisedly or lightly, but reverently, discreetly, soberly, and in the fear of God. Vandal Savage slowly and carefully slips the ring under Princess Audrey's finger. Into this holy estate, these two persons present come now to be joined. If anyone has cause why this couple should not be united in marriage, let them speak now or forever hold their peace. Suddenly, a broken tank smashes through the far end of the cathedral. Wonder Woman quickly flies in the huge hole after it. Audrey, stop. I won't let you marry him. Vandal Savage instantly draws a small gun and blasts Wonder Woman with electricity. She stumbles backwards and falls flat on her face. Does anyone else have any objections? He quickly pockets the gun again as fast as he drew it. A couple of guards rush in and drag Wonder Woman off. Audrey stares off in disbelief. What was Diana thinking? Has she lost her mind? It's obvious she's grown quite attached to you. I am fond of her too, but this is inexcusable. Banish it from your mind. Today is your wedding day, my beautiful queen. Savage glares over at a finely dressed herald. What? He shakes his head, then stands at attention with his nose up in the air. He nervously pulls out a large piece of parchment. Introducing for the first time, Her Royal Highness Queen Audrey, and her husband, Prince Vandal Savage. Audrey composes herself again with a smirk and raises her head. That we will not let her spoil the ceremony? They both walk around the debris towards the door as people clap cautiously. You clap along as you look around the room at the nervous participants. After the couple's gone, they start to file out the doors as well. Another guard comes along and guides you to a room for the time being. He turns and stands in front of the door as you walk in. You think to yourself for a moment and look around the room. Well, this has escalated rather quickly. I'm going to have to get involved directly before it does go too far. You turn and head back out the door again. The guard quickly bars your path as you try to walk out. I am sorry, sir. You know who I am? Yes, you are Lex Luthor, sir. I have orders to keep you safe. Then you can follow me. You head... God damn it, I love Lex in this. You head down the hallway with the young guard behind you. You follow your own mental blueprint of the castle based on what you've seen of it. The elevator comes to a halt as you walk out between two other guards. They walk up on both sides of you with their hands on their weapons. A large man with a neck brace and a uniform walks up in front of you. He glances at the guards and they move back to their posts. My apologies, Mr. Luthor, but this is a restricted area. Military personnel only. I understand. I just need a word with Vandal Savage quickly. Then I will leave the area. The Colonel Vox stares down at you with icy eyes. Wait 1 moment. He heads back up across the room. After a moment or two, Savage comes down the stairs toward you. Why, Lex? Sorry for the commotion lately. But things have been moving a lot faster than I would have liked them to. Perhaps I can lend a hand in helping you slow them down again? He gives you a cold grimace, but then lets out a sigh. Very well. I would be interested in hearing what you have to say. I know about your plans with the space station. Vandal's eyes flash for an instant, but he controls his voice precisely. Of course. Acting right now is not in your best interest, but it's in the puppy's interest. She's going to attack for you. She will attack the space station for you. Don't worry, they will never see a Dachshund coming. Are you crazy? Just a little. I have played it out in my head, and you will lose this gambit. You only have maybe a 3% chance of success as of this moment. And you expect me to believe this? Convince me. Because I am Lex Luthor. Son of a fuck. Savage stares at you, and you at him, unblinking. Suddenly he bursts out in laughter. Well played. It is always grand to see the rare mortal like you, Luthor. So, what is your strategy, then? Smooth things over for now. The Justice League is on the way, or more likely, already here. Holding Wonder Woman is going to unravel everything. Go on. Right now, she has attacked your country unprovoked. Release her after you cut a deal with her for now. You look like the innocent victim of a senseless attack. She is out for my blood right now. That would take some world-class peacemaking. Then it's a good thing you invited the greatest negotiator on the planet to your wedding. Savage narrows his eyes and smirks. Very well, Luthor. Show me what you can do. Excellent. I'll get to work immediately. I'll need authority over your gods for the moment. Colonel Vox looks over from behind Savage. Savage stares back at him and nods. You turn on your heel and head back to the elevator. Savage steps forward as you get on the elevator and head up. Colonel Vox quickly moves up as well. This is foolish. Follow him, Colonel. Give him what he wants for now. Colonel Vox nods and strides off toward the elevator. I am actually interested to see how this plays out for now. Guards come out of the side passages as Vox issues a command. Savage slowly turns and walks back up towards some instruments. He orders the men to hold for the moment. You walk into the dungeon with Colonel Vox and a dozen guards following you. There are already another dozen in the dungeon, and they turn as you enter the room. You glance around the room quickly, then push a button on your belt. The belt gives off a continuous beeping noise. This place has already been infiltrated. Fan out and check everywhere, especially the ceilings and ducts. Ignore the rest of the castle. Bring all personnel here now. Block all possible entry to this room until I tell you otherwise. Of course, sir. The colonel quickly directs the guards with hand signals, and they disperse. You look around the room as they all filter out again. Quickly, you tap a couple buttons on your belt. A single long beep comes out in reply. Excellent. Even Batman himself would have trouble with that many of them. Now let us see here. You walk across the stone floor and look into the dungeon cells. You slowly open the heavy iron gate to one of the cells and step inside. Wonder Woman is pinned against the wall, being held there by powerful machines. Luthor! She clenches her teeth as you walk up. I would have known you would be in on this scheme. You look her over as she tries to struggle a bit. I doubt even you could break out of this yourself. Also, I was only here to attend a wedding eventually. Not to have tanks randomly thrown at me. Pretty reckless for a hero. I couldn't sit idle and allow this wedding to happen. You roll your eyes at her and shake your head. Well, it has happened now regardless. Savage has trusted me to defuse the situation. You press another button on the side of your belt. Best not to have anyone spying on our little talk. Defuse? He is a madman. I would not disagree there. But he can also be a powerful person to have on your side. You pace back and forth in front of her, with your hands behind your back. He has agreed to stop his plans as long as you stop your attacks. There is no changing the new queen's mind either. This cannot stand. By Hera, I will see her freed. Wonder Woman stares you down and tries to pull her arms free again. You pull her top back up and readjust it. There we go. Now, you're going to forget everything that has happened since you entered the cell. Yes, sir. Excellent. Now, when you come out of stasis, you'll agree to terms and end this. Yes, sir. You can leave stasis mode and return to normal daily operation. She stares off blankly for another moment. Suddenly, Wonder Woman stares you down with a sneer. Luthor! So are you ready to come to terms now? Very well. I suppose I have no choice. Good, good. Then we can call this off. I'll see about getting you released. You start to walk out of the cell and turn your head a bit. You can call off the bat as well. Very well. You head back out into the dungeon with a content grin. Colonel Vox is waiting for you as you walk out. Do you have further orders, sir? No, the situation has been resolved. His eyebrows rise and lower quickly. Very impressive. You can release Wonder Woman and bring her to the main hall. Are you sure that is wise? Of course. Bring her and I will head there immediately. You walk off towards the door as the colonel opens the cell again. Guards open the huge doors and let you into the open hall. You slowly stride over across the middle and watch the fire. Savage comes in from the other side as you wait. I don't know how you manage this, Luthor, but it is quite a feather in your cap. I can continue my plans undisturbed now. Savage walks over and turns as Wonder Woman comes in. She walks across the room over to both of you. I'll admit I was careless. I endangered people for no reason. Not to mention breaking dozens of international laws. I'll take my punishment. There will be no crimes held against you, Wonder Woman. As the now co-ruler of Cosnia, I pardon you. On the condition that you do not return to Cosnia without permission. Very well, I agree. Also, you can take your partner with you. Wonder Woman frowns, then walks back towards the doors. All of a sudden, a black shadow drops down from the ceiling. Damn it, I can't do its voice, and I hate it. I hate it. There are very few characters that I hate doing the voice of because I have so much respect for their actors. Batman stands up in front of you and glares. By the way, I am a huge Batman fan if no one's figured that one out. He stands, enveloped in his cape, not moving like a statue. I warned her beforehand. Now you can hold up your end, Savage. Tell your men on the space station to stand down. Of course. Now it is time you left my country. I'll be keeping an eye on you, even from the distance. Batman quickly walks off and disperses in the dark hallway shadows. Savage takes a few steps back again. Well, a very unusual wedding, if I have ever seen one. Though it sets me back. At least I have some of the Justice League off my shoulders. I would say I owe you a favor. We can forget the favor and say we are even for the kidnapping of the princess. Let's start with a blank slate from now on. He grins to himself and stands up straighter. Very well. For now, though, I'm exhausted. I'll have my LexCorp technicians install the teleporter marker. I'm going to head home to Metropolis. Of course. It's been a long day. I'll look forward to your visit to Cosnia in the future. Yes. They will be very productive. You nod again at Savage and walk out towards the doors again. He stands by himself and stares at the fire dancing for a while. Colonel Vox slowly strides in and some guards flank him at the doors. The heroes are away, sir. We are tracking them on radar. Good, good. Our men will have a difficult time getting back on the space station now. Also, do you really wish to allow Luthor in the castle freely? It has always been said, "Keep your friends close and your enemies closer." Colonel Vox nods and walks back across the huge hall. Vandal Savage stares back at the fireplace again. You step back into your office as the doors open for you. Ah, it's good to be back on home soil, honestly. I can do without these crazy flights, though. But everything is falling in place, piece by piece. I wonder if anyone has seen through my master plan. Someone will step up, and that'll be amusing, especially knocking them back down again. You walk over to the window and look over the city at night. You've unlocked Cosnia as a teleportation location. So with that, guys, we finished this episode. It was actually really good. I do like that we got to see one of my favorite characters, Batman, and hopefully we get to see him again. This was a lot of fun. You guys can come and check me out on Twitch under Sinfully_Pure. Check out my second channel under the same name, Sinfully Pure, where I do more normal games. I'm also doing a horror series called The Letter, which is a lot of fun and does have some adult content you guys can enjoy. But for now, I'll see you all later. Thank you all for joining me. You're all awesome. If you want to support the channel and you're on YouTube, you can become a member of the Imperium by hitting the join button. Or you can check out my Patreon for physical rewards, my OnlyFans, and my Subscribe Star. I do things like audio and other things. So thank you all for joining. Love you all. See you guys next. So hey everyone, welcome back to Something Unlimited. We are close to a new update, at least it looks like it, with Sunset Rider and them showing off some hints for the next one. Now, my voice isn't 100%, but that's fine. I wanted to get a video out for you guys. And Talia seems to be completely bugged for me, but that is fine. I do not mind that. Alright, so we are going to first do the Legion, because it's always fun to get a heist done. Let's go ahead and hire our girl here. There we go. So people said I can probably use the cheat menu to get Talia. I'm going to actually try that and see. Hopefully it won't ruin it more. I do hate that she is broken. There are a few other characters that I want to try, but here's the thing. With the yachts, I'm going to purposely wait for the next update, which is what people have been waiting for, the Halloween one and everything, because I do want to see if we can fix some of the issues. And the updates usually fix older saves, at least for certain things. So yeah, for those going, well, why haven't you done this yet? Why haven't you done that yet? That's going to be officially why. Where is Bizarro? That's weird. Huh. Okay. So I don't know. Oh, right. I think I picked the wrong thing. I don't care. I wasn't paying attention. I was talking. You don't have any summons, right? Yeah, you don't. We're gonna have a dance off. Let's change your costume. I'm gonna do another, by the way, special with all the dancing. So for those that have been waiting for it, don't worry, it's coming. Actions, dance. So there are going to be bonuses for my supporters. Tala and Raven both nod as you command them. They both take a few steps back and position themselves close to each other. They begin to move slowly at first, but then speed up to match each other. As Raven arches her back in and ass up in the air, Tala sticks out her chest and pulls her hips back. Then, as one moves, the other counters it with her body. Their rhythm together is almost hypnotic. Excellent. I can see you two have been practicing. They grin for a moment, then stare at each other to match their movements. Speeding up and slowing down, they continue a delicate counterbalance. Sometimes Raven coming close to touching Tala as they just miss each other. Raven's light gray ass bounces up and down, her figure exaggerated by the high-cut black thong of her tight suit. Tala's tight skirt scritches, and her long hair swirls around. She thrusts her hips back and forth, sometimes side to side. They seem to almost be as entranced in their dance as you are. Tala and Raven lock their eyes on each other's bodies, only breaking off to look you in the eyes every now and then. Their shadows flicker on the wall in the candlelight of the room. Finally, they begin to slow a bit and start to come to a stop. They both wipe some sweat from their foreheads and walk back over to you. Of course, I knew that pairing you two together was an excellent idea from the beginning. Oh yes, none is more smarter than the master. Well done, sir. That would be lost without you, my darling. Yeah, totally. Well, it is true that my genius has inspired many over the years. You grin like an idiot to yourself as Raven rolls her eyes when you're not looking. I'm looking forward to what else you two can bring to the table. Carry on the good work. Excuse me. You quickly turn on your heels and slowly walk out of the door. You're right, mistress. He seems so much easier to deal with when he's happy. Yes, your master pleasure is your pleasure. When whose enjoyment is yours? Yours, Mistress Tala. Very good, little one. Now Tala must give you the rub down. We wouldn't want your young body to be sore from the dancing. Raven's face turns bright red. All right, so I don't think anything new happens at the Glamour Slam. You bitch. People have said Selena has more stuff she can do. So she's just borked for me. So we're going to go in the labs. We're going to go to the living quarter. Well, yeah, let's see if anything's going on. No, teleporter. Oh, Cosnia. After a couple of security checks, you are led to a personal room. You walk into a large room and look around. There's an impressive view over the nearby valley. Not bad, I must say. Suddenly there's a light knock at the door. Come in. A dark-haired woman wearing a traditional maid outfit walks in. Welcome, Master Luthor. I will be your personal attendant while you stay with us. My name is Zonia. Very nice to meet you, Sonia. The pleasure is all mine, sir. I was wondering when I would be able to see the Queen. The Queen? Sonia looks around nervously for a moment. I'm sorry, sir, but she is very busy. I see. Then perhaps a tour of the castle? I find the Cosnian history very interesting. Sonia clears her throat and looks off to the wall for a moment. I'm sorry, sir. Most of the castle is restricted right now. You grimace at her, and she gives you a crooked smile. Sonia slowly strides over right next to you. We can do anything you wish in your room, though. She pushes out her chest, with her breast about to pop out of her outfit. Very tempting, my dear. At least Savage has good taste. You reach down and push a series of tiny buttons on the side of your belt. Sonia looks up at you in confusion. You hear a small but clear beep from the belt after a moment. Good, he didn't have the audacity to directly bug the room, or you, my dear. She pretends again with her best false smile. What are you doing, sir? Oh, just playing a game, I suppose. Though I think you can help me greatly, my dear. Of course, sir. You are reporting back to Vandal Savage on my actions? Sonia quickly takes a few steps back in an instant. No, sir. I would not do such a thing. Look, we can drop the false pretexts here. It is just embarrassing anyways. What does he offer you for your trouble? She gets another nervous look across her face, like she's seen a ghost. It is my pleasure to serve. You stare at her for a while, with a frown on your face. I will pay 10 times whatever he's given you now. Sonia almost immediately slinks up beside you. She looks around once, then again, just to make sure. Are you that he is not recording in here? I would guarantee it. Savage is very ruthless man. 10 times my wage and freedom from Kaznia when I am done. I can have you taken out on a LexCorp ship at any time. Sonia's demeanor changes completely. A sadistic grin runs across her face as her eyes narrow. Then I am yours, sir. What do you wish of me? Excellent. Just continue on as you are for now. Report to Savage if he requests it. But you will collect information from me as well. Of course, sir. But how will I contact you? I think I'll be making some regular trips to Kaznia from now on. You can report when we are alone, just like now. Sonia slowly takes a few steps back again. Why are you so eager to betray your current master? It is a little suspect for you to turn on a dime like this. Savage is very cool. It's very cool. I know firsthand. Kaznia has always been troubled by poor leaders. I have been following his orders because I could see no other choice. Sonia slowly struts up beside you again. But I can start over in America. Then I will do whatever I have to for that. Well said, my dear. For now, though, I am exhausted from the trip over here. Yes, very good, sir. She bows carefully and then struts off out the door. You think to yourself for a moment and smile. Another piece is captured by my side. You walk over the window and look over to the mountain. You quietly open the door and look around. Seeing no one, you head out into the hallway. You walk down a seemingly never-ending hallway or of wood and stone. Excuse me. Old paintings hang on the wall here and there. You notice someone coming down the hall and stop in place. A guard armed with a rifle comes right up in front of you. I am very sorry, sir, but you can't be here. I will escort you back to your room. Thank you. I seem to be lost anyways. You follow the guard back down a maze of hallways to a familiar wooden door. He opens it and stands to one side. You walk back into your room. The guard closes the door and you look around again. It seems as though my options are pretty limited for the time being. You slowly walk back to the door and peek out again. The guard is standing just at the end of the hallway for now. The guard walks over again as you exit the room. I am sorry again, but you should not leave your room. Very well. You close the door and head back inside. Well, I want to know what the robotics is. Oh God, I am so sorry, by the way, about my voice. Just a reminder that exists. I wonder if we're going to be able to do more with the cloning. It is definitely interesting. They have a lot of great ideas with this game. Hello, and welcome. I wanted to show you some of the newest stuff in my crowd-made shop. Valentine's Day might be over, but that doesn't mean you can't snuggle up with something that you love. Right now, we've just introduced some lovely body pillows. You can get this one of Suka and a certain alien. Perhaps Puppet Master is more of your fashion. Or you can even get lovely little Sachi here. You can get her in light and dark, either side, whichever one you want to snuggle. And of course, if body pillows aren't your thing, we have these lovely limited edition canvas prints. So get them now. Get both of them to make an awesome picture. And we'll have more very soon. You can also pick up the comic through there digitally and other things. So go give it a check out and let's go back to the game. Like, all their sex scenes. Okay, she's got nothing yet. I'm trying to get her to set off the other Harley, because people have been going nuts about that. Yeah, I'm going to save your leash. I'm not going to do too many girls tonight because you can hear my throat's already going. Audrey, do you have anything special? No, okay. Yeah, you don't have anything special yet. Huh. Okay. All right, one dance coming right up. You're good, but I think we have played out the dancing for now. Played it out? Harley looks over at you with a look of horror. So, what am I supposed to do now? I was thinking stripping would be a good start. Stripping? Oh, all right then. I mean, I thought you'd be into something weird, some weird shit, Lex. But I ain't afraid to show off this rockin' bod. Excellent. Right over there will be nice. I'm going too fast. No going too fast, or you'll have to start again. Righto, nice and slow, gotcha. Harley bounces over to the middle of the room where you pointed. You know what? I kind of want to do a special video where I already have them naked and try to get each one of them to strip because I do want to see what the response is. Yeah, why not? Strip. Doesn't that seem a little excessive? I thought we were keeping things simple here. There's nothing more simple than taking your clothes off. Dancing is nice, but there's always needs to be progression. Given your costume, I didn't think you'd be so concerned. Well, anyone is going to be anxious about that. I'd hate for you to break our deal already. Ugh, fine already. Helena nervously takes a few steps back again. All right. God, my throat's starting to kill me. We're going to do one more girl. I know we have so many, don't we? Strip. Black Canary stares right at you with a look of anger. What happened to dancing? Oh, your dancing is just fine, my dear. But the same thing can't be entertaining forever. I'm sure the patrons at the strip club would love to watch you strip. Also, there's always the bordello as well. Bordello? Oh, this is most annoying. She grumbles to herself as you continue to grin at her. I guess I don't have a choice anyways. You do. It's just not a good one to make the wrong decision on. Black Canary lets out a long sigh and frowns in your direction. Well, stripping, for one, is better than who knows how many. Excuse me. Yes, that is the correct choice. She walks over to the center of the room and shoots a glance back at you. Then she turns around and gets in line with you. She sighs out loud and struts over to the bed to lay down. You've unlocked Black Canary's naked costume. With that, guys, we're going to end the episode. I know it was short, but as you guys can hear, my throat's already going. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you guys again soon. By the way, we're almost 100,000 subscribers strong on YouTube, so if you're anywhere else, come and join us. And if you're on YouTube, check out the Crowd Maze store. Check out my Patreon for physical rewards, my OnlyFans, and Kisa's OnlyFans for cute free guinea pig pictures every day or every other day. And all the jazz in the description. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Something Unlimited. I think I'm going to work on some bonus episodes for my patrons and all that, but right now, let's jump on in. Let's see. We got to move the next night. Oh. Why, girl? Why? Let's hire some people. She's not doing good, that's for sure. Come on. So I'll hire another person in a minute. We're going to go out. We're going to head to LexCorp. Let's check the offices. Yep, she's still not here. So Talia is broken again. That's fine. I keep saying I'm going to be doing the prison event again, and I do plan on doing that in the yacht, the Halloween yacht. But we do have stuff going on right now, so it won't be for a little while. See if there's anything new in the labs. No, I still have Harley Quinn as my person before anybody asks. So let's go to Lex's room. Oh, that was fun. So we're going to head... I'll get back to them. So we're going to go directly to Harley Quinn. Nothing more yet. Oh. Well, we've gone through stripping and dancing. I think there's only one logical progression. There is? Harley makes a disgusted face, staring over at you. Yes, blowjob is the obvious choice. Phew. Okay, I can deal with that. It'll probably just be a little awkward. Why would it be awkward exactly? Well, you know. No, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. Harley winces for a moment, then looks over at you. You got one of those weird micro-penises, so maybe if I get in real close or something. You laugh out loud for a while, then calm down. They seem to have some strange rumors in your world, it seems. You walk over to the bed and start to get undressed in front of Harley. She watches you carefully as you stack your clothes neatly on the bed. You pull down your pants, and your cock flops out. Well, she's happy. I have something I'd like to show you. Okay. You pull out the collar and show it to Helena. Yeah, that is pretty nice, I guess. I'd like you to wear it. Preferably with nothing else on as well. Wow, that is kind of kinky. All right, sure. She quickly strips off her clothes as you walk. She walks across the floor, and the collar around her neck disappears. Then, stranger. I'm going to check something real quick. Somebody mentioned to do this. Yeah, I didn't think that was a thing. Okay. Somebody said to try that for Tala, but I didn't think she'd show up. I have a present for you, my dear. Oh, great. Now what is it? You pull out the collar and show it to Black Canary. She looks at it, then glares at you in anger. Oh, you can't be serious. I'd like to see you put it on, my dear. Preferably with nothing else on as well. I suppose this isn't even an optional... This isn't even optional anyways? No, not really. She walks across the floor and pulls up the collar in frustration, with a frustrated look on her face. Suddenly it starts to fade away and she smirks to herself. Alright, so next we need to do... We're not doing Hot Girl this week. We'll do it next week. I need to go to... Teleporter. Let's try leaving the room. Okay, so now we can kind of look around. You walk down some hallways to the west wing of the castle. A guard comes walking down the same hall and stops in front of you. This wing is not for unauthorized visitors. Please return to the guest wing. I'll be on my way then. You turn back the way you came and the guard heads back down the hallway. You head over to the east wing of the castle. Few guards are blocking the entrance. This you cannot enter. Please venture to the guest ring. Very well. You turn back the way you came, and the guard returns to its post. You enter the doors to a large main hall in the castle. There doesn't seem to be anyone here at the moment. You look around the massive room for a while as you walk around. After a while, you head back towards the same doors you had come in on. You turn back the way you came, down the long hallway. You walk down some old stone staircases to the dungeon. A nervous guard comes up to you as you enter the dark room. There is no tours going on right now. Please return to the guest ring. All right. You turn back the way you came, and the guard returns to his post. You walk out the elevator and into the base under the castle. The guard flanking the door stays in place as you look around. Colonel Vox walks up and towers over you. Mr. Luthor, this base is highly restricted. I must ask you to leave. Very well. Colonel Vox watches you closely as you walk back to the elevator. He moves back to another station once you are on it again. You head back to the main castle to look around. Alright, let's see what the maid has to do. Yes, sir. I have carefully been looking around, but I will wait before going too far too soon. Yes, best to take your time. It would be extremely suspicious if you were suddenly asking about information. Protect your position at all costs. If you're captured here, then there is little I can do for you. Of course, sir. I will act slowly. For now, I cannot say much. There are the sections of the castle that are off limits. It'll take some time. The security has gone down since the wedding, though. Over time, I think it will loosen much more. Excellent. Just stay at it, and I will try to gather my own info as well. Yes, sir. Oh, you know what? Let's get a blowjob. Very well, sir. Sonia quickly moves over closer to you. Please let me help you with this clothing. She assists you with getting undressed and stacks your clothes on the bed. Her hands run up and down your body as you drop your pants to the floor. You carefully start to put your clothes back on as you watch her. She wipes her face off and walks back out to the middle of the room. Oh, thank you, sir. You finish getting redressed and walk over to her again. Your skill is very outstanding, my dear. It is my honor to serve you, sir. If there will not be anything else, we will return to my duties. That'll be all for now. Sonia bows her head, then strides across the floor and out the door. That's it for now. So with that, guys, I know it's a shorter episode, but well, you know what? Let's see if there's anything new at the Glamour Slam. Nope. I'm going to try something. Was it C? Okay, so there's 2 I need to unlock. If anyone knows how to do that, let me know. Let me see. So she is unlocked. Bitches don't want to show. I don't know how to get Maxima or Morgan or Cersei, so we're going to have to work on them. But Talia is officially unlocked. I just don't know what's wrong to get her to show up. This is the cheat sheet, which anybody can access. The big issue I'm showing this mostly for, so that the devs can see this. Talia is not showing up at all, which is very, very odd. I have no idea how to get her to actually work. I've got to figure out these 2 as well. Volcana we've not gotten either. So we got a lot of work to do. So if anyone does have any hints, it is always useful. I'm not going to automatically unlock that yet, because I don't know if it's stable enough to do that. People are going to have to tell me. Let's see if you have anything. Okay. She has another outfit. I've seen it. I just don't know how to get her to wear it. But for that, guys, we're going to end it. Let's set off a heist. Let's hire some people. Heist. There we go. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you all for joining me for more of this game. Like I've said, there's really nothing going on. I can't seem to get Talia to show up, but that's fine. See you guys next time. Once again, check out my Patreon, check out my shop, and all that other jazz. Bye, everybody. Welcome, guys, to another episode of Something Unlimited. Our heist went successfully. So we're going to be doing something different today. Go to the office. Something I've been talking about, people have been begging for. We're going to start something different. Let's see. Not the prison break. How do I redo the events? There we go. Are you sure you want to restart the Halloween and party event? Who do you want to take with you? Okay. So we have a couple of different people. I don't remember who we took last time. I'm going to take Superwoman. Again, I honestly don't remember who we took last time. We're going to try to fix some bugs. You wait along the walkway and look out over the black water. Not exactly what I would have picked, but I'll make do. Well, I made a few modifications myself. The amplifier built into this costume should serve me well. You look around for a moment and see no one is there. How long does it take to get ready, honestly? You look around again, with the sound of the water lapping against the hull. Finally, you see a couple of people coming down the walkway. Yeah, okay, we did this one. Oh well. Superwoman strides along with Wonder Woman beside her. This is just absurd. Wonder Woman frowns, wearing a tight purple and white leotard. All her skin is a bright green color as well. You're a spoiled one, princess. Superwoman is wearing a tight green bodysuit and a large fur covering her shoulders. And that's how you do, female Loki. How has my skin become green in the first place? I wouldn't worry. It's a harmless microcoating. It's so thin you won't be able to tell it's from your own skin anyways. That's not the point. Superwoman rolls her eyes and smirks. It's just a costume. You really need to lighten up. Well, I don't enjoy being paraded around all night. Oh well, that's too bad. Now come along, beast. Now, girls, it is a party. We can all just relax and enjoy it. Some of us are here against our better wishes. I wonder why I'm a beast. And why am I a beast? Superwoman lets out a loud sigh. I guess they never had any comics on your weirdo island. Weirdo island? Now see here. I don't need another lecture, princess. The master has given you to me as a slave. I have a lot of duties to take care of as a host. So you two will have to amuse yourselves until I need you. So that sounds like fun, master. So I think we'll go show you off to the public. Come along now. Superwoman struts off with Wonder Woman just behind her. Well, I suppose I should take a look around and see who decided to attend. You start to head down the walkway along the side of your yacht. If you hit a dead end, you can use the C button to go directly to the end of the event. Looking at the jacuzzi will also count as a conversation if you run out of people to talk to. Okay, we want to go to the lounge, I bet. Where are you, bitch? You look out across the dance floor. The loud music pounds. Livewire is shaking her hips and yelling as it throbs. The music blasts out through the huge speakers at the back of the boat. You watch the dancing as the squares on the floor light up randomly. After a while, you walk over to another part of the yacht. Where the fuck is she hiding? Okay, where the fuck is she hiding? Huh. She should be here, but okay. Cersei slowly struts over to you after talking to someone else. Oh, Lex, I like your costume. Very original. Why, thank you. It's good to see you decided to show, Cersei. I like your costume too, but it might be a little bit on the nose. Circe is obviously dressed up as Wonder Woman. Oh, I wouldn't worry. I wouldn't miss a party, Lex. I mean, what else would be more important to a goddess? And this old thing, just something I dug up. You look her up and down for a moment. You seem to wear it well and really fill those shoes. Circe's proportions have definitely inflated as well. Come now, anything is possible with magic, my dear. I should make my rounds while the guests are still just mingling. I need to pick out some ringers for later on. She looks you up and down for a moment with a smirk on her face. Oh, maybe you can make that list too if you're lucky, Lex. That sounds like a proposition. Now, I need to look my options over, my darling. Circe circles and strides off to another group. You watch her walk off and look around the room again. Queen Bee walks over to you with a drink in her hand. An interesting costume you have there. Thank you. Your costume seems a little upbeat for you, my dear. Queen Bee frowns and takes a sip of her drink. I can't be a princess if I'm already a queen. Not that really. I didn't think you were into Disney movies. Well, I do have a soft spot for Aladdin, I suppose. It is rather an enchanting story. Oh, really? The princess having to choose a man, correctly choosing the one with a powerful genie. Though I don't consider the ending to be true. They should have kept the genie with his powers. An interesting interpretation. The queen bee grins to herself and runs her hand up her body. Also, I just like the costume as well. Can't blame her. It is a nice costume. It is extremely comfortable. You look her up and down for a moment. It seems to be more transparent than I remember. I did have my tailor spruce it up a bit. Consider the type of party this is. Oh, I'm not complaining. Well, I should continue to greet my contacts. Queen Bee walks up a few steps closer to you, though we should have some private talks tonight. About our alliance, of course. Of course. She nods and struts off across the room again. You watch her walk over to the group and shake some hands. Yeah, I don't care about those two. I don't know where the fuck Talia's hiding. I think I absolutely broke her, so somebody did give me a suggestion on what to do. You walk over to Jinx as she looks over some candy. Oh, sir. I have a good feeling about this Halloween party. You look her up and down for a moment. That is an interesting costume you have on. Oh, yeah, well, I had to go as Jinx. Plus, it shows off the nice amount of skin, don't you think? Jinx smirks and poses a bit, swaying her hips. A very minimalist design. I still have to look around and see everything that is going on tonight. She quickly steps over closer to you. Oh, but later on, I'd like to score some points with you, sir. Jinx runs her hand up your arm with a devilish look in her face. I think that's a good plan, my dear. I'll definitely make sure to set some time aside for you. Thank you, sir. I'll be sure to make myself essential to you. Jinx turns and struts off across the deck. You watch her swing her hips in her tight pink shorts. After she disappears in the distance, you move on to other things. You look around the room and call over Superwoman and Wonder Woman. Oh, you rang, Master? I'm getting a little bored with greeting for now. I need some entertainment, my dear. Of course, sir. Isn't that right, Beast? As if I have a choice. Let's find somewhere a little more private. The three of you leave the lounge out the back and head to the center of the ship. All of you pass through the lavish hallways and down to the private cabin. Superwoman and Wonder Woman walk into the room, and you look and you lock the door behind you. What kind of entertainment are you looking for, master? The entertaining kind. You walk over by the bed and start to take off the pieces of your costume. Let's see what that's about. Alright, let's see. Wonder Woman glares at Cersei in the middle of the room. You quietly walk up to assess the situation. Just what in Hades do you think you're wearing, witch? Oh, princess, I didn't know you frequented these types of parties. And you look simply dreadful. Are you ill, my dear? I do not attend these sorts of affairs. If I have a say in it, and this is just a costume, but you openly mock me with yours. My, are you going to duel me for your honor, princess? I don't think it would turn out very well. There will be no duels on this yacht. It's neutral territory. But you are free to use words as much as you like. They would be wasted on this crone. A sneer runs across Cersei's face for a moment. Crone? I wouldn't be so fast to talk. What is your true age exactly? Wonder Woman's green face frowns and she clenches her fist. Why, you harpy? Now, girls, this is supposed to be a fun event, not a death match. Cersei makes a wide grin and chuckles. Yes, of course you're right, Lex. She looks over Wonder Woman's body and smirks to herself. Perhaps we can settle this like real women. Very well, then, what is your proposal? Oh, whoever can seduce the most men, of course, princess. Seduce? Yes. We can measure the winner by the number of times the men climax, or perhaps even the amount of semen. You are disgusting. The princess is my personal guest tonight, so she will be unable to participate in a challenge like that. Oh, that is too bad. I guess I'll have to compete against myself. But perhaps we could have some fun later, princess. Cersei winks at Wonder Woman and struts off. Such an aggravating old witch. Wonder Woman stomps off across the floor in the opposite direction. Some interesting interactions tonight. You look around the room to see who else is there. Where the fuck is the bitch? She's supposed to be here. We've seen this one before, so I'm 100% just gonna skip. I'm more fucking mad Talia didn't show up. Cersei slowly struts to you again. Oh, there is quite a field here tonight, Lex. It'll be a challenge to get some of the prime selections. I'd assume you're talking about the men, but it doesn't really interest me. It's quite a selection from both sides, then. I do always enjoy the vigor of the men, but perhaps I should indulge a bit tonight. That seems like a healthy choice to make. The men can be too easy to entice most of the time. But there can be fun as well. Time will tell for now, though. I'd prefer to be alone, but another woman wouldn't be bad either. Oh, my, Lex. You're always incorrigible. Perhaps I'll have to make my choice sooner than I had thought. Cersei strides off again, with her hair flowing behind her. You watch her walk off and look around the room again. Queen Bee is standing by herself as you walk over to her. She quickly gulps down her drink and hands it off to a waiter. You seem to be having a good time. Well, I am on vacation, so I thought I would enjoy the night. She waves down another waiter with a tray of drinks and takes one. Well, there's no better place to do it than here. You look her up and down for a moment. But we do have all night as well. Queen Bee frowns and takes a sip of her drink. I am a queen and will do as I please. I've done with my glad-handing for tonight. Well, not everything has to be business, my dear. Even I know to take some time off. It's mainly why I organize these parties. to give us villains some time to unwind. Ah, yes, they are very much appreciated. I do look forward to them. That's good to hear. Queen Bee walks up right next to you in an instant. We should begin with our private discussions. All these drinks have loosened my tongue a bit. She grins and gulps down her drink in a shot. Well, there's no time like the present. I'm ready for the negotiations whenever you are. Excellent. I will secure us a proper area for them. She struts off, shaking her hips as she strides along. You watch her walk off at the side of the entrance of the lounge. Queen Bee strides towards you as you walk down the hallway. I have a cabin waiting for us over here. Shall we then? Queen Bee struts over to the door and heads inside as you follow her. The cabin is empty and you lock the door behind you as you enter. She looks around the room again as you both walk in. Ah, it's nice to be isolated from the party for a while. It can become overwhelming sometimes. I didn't think things like that would affect you. I simply can control myself more than the average person. Queen Bee slowly struts over to you with a wide grin. Though I don't like doing that at the moment. Why don't you lose that costume for now? Now that does sound relaxing. You walk over by the bed and start to take off your costume. Queen Bee watches you carefully with a smirk. You head off for the door as well and check the time. You walk out and lock the door behind you with a click. No one in the jacuzzi. Okay, we've seen Livewire, so I can just skip this. Also, I do like your costume. Yeah, we've seen this before. Some of these I am just absolutely skipping because we've done them before. Cersei waves as she walks up to you. Oh, there you are, Lex. I just wanted to get a hold of you as soon as I could. Cersei licks her lips and smiles at you. I think it's your turn on my list tonight. Now what number would I be then? Oh, now that's a secret. Of course, a lady is always discreet. I'll secure a cabin for us and find you when I'm ready. Cersei quickly hurries off, with her hips swinging from side to side. You watch her walk off, then look around the room again. Alright, before we talk to Queen Bee again, we're going to end it here. I know I'm absolutely evil, aren't I? So thank you all for joining us. If you want to throw some support and keep these videos going, you can support on Patreon, Subscribestar, or OnlyFans. Patreon gets you lots of lovely physical rewards. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Don't forget to check out our crowd-made shop and other links in the description over on YouTube. Also, check me out on Twitch, sinfully_pure, where I stream a lot of games. Bye, guys. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Something Unlimited. Let's continue. So I was told that Talia isn't in the Halloween one, so not sure why people were telling me she is. So we're just going to kind of get through this as fast as possible. Queen Bee is standing off to the side of the room as you walk over. Your party seems to be getting a lot more lively. You notice some couples making out in the booths. It is always bound to happen. Alcohol and being in the middle of nowhere seems to help, though. Queen Bee grins but takes another sip of her drink. I do agree on the alcohol. These drinks can be simply divine. Top shelf, of course. The bartenders are excellent as well. I may have to lift your idea sometime. Perhaps a charming party in Biella. Seems like a strange locale for it. Do your people even celebrate Christmas? Queen Bee frowns and stares at you for a moment. The people of Biala are drooling idiots, honestly. Sometimes I wonder if they know which way is up. She chuckles to herself slowly, then takes another sip. You'd probably benefit from a more intelligent population. Oh, really? And how many countries do you rule exactly? Well, none yet. At the moment, at least. Ruling the world seems like it would be pretty overrated. Though it would be interesting to try it sometime. Oh, how ambitious. Well, it can be hard to... I have no idea why it just skipped there. I think that's a programming bug. I did not click any buttons. The sword of Damocles always over your head. Seems like it'd be motivating at least. I'd rather not think about it right now. Knowing when to be serious and when to relax is more important. For now, I will just forget it and enjoy my evening. Queen Bee quickly gulps down the rest of her drink. Of course. She heads off across the floor, back towards the bartender. You look around the room for a moment, then head off yourself. Oh, that went pretty good. You walk over to Jinx as she looks through some decorations. Oh, I forgot what voice she got. Oh, hey there. Oh, hey there you are, sir. I done a couple of tours around the ship now. She quickly struts over closer to you with a wide grin. I was thinking I'd find a nice quiet room for us. Jinx licks her lips and gently rubs your arm. That sounds like an excellent plan, my dear. Oh, yes. I just want to get down to business now, sir. I'll go lock one down and find you in a bit. Jinx turns and runs off across the deck. After she disappears in the distance, you move on to other things. Alright, let's see. Is anyone at the jacuzzi? Nope, nobody's just chilling at the jacuzzi. Let's see. Hey, Livewire. Livewire slowly begins to strut over to you. She walks over right in front of you. Ooh, Lex, baby. This DJ isn't half bad, though no match for yours truly. Well, I doubt anyone is quite that good, are they? Livewire gives you a devious smirk and inches closer. Why, Lexington, are you trying to butter me up? She quickly shakes her hips from side to side. Ooh, well, it's working. I still have all night to dance. But I'm feeling a bit horny now that I think about it. Well, that is good to hear. Livewire looks you up and down, running her tongue along her lips. Yes, yes. I think I'll take you as my first conquest of the night. That sounds like a good decision. She bites her lip for a moment and looks around. I'll go lock down a cabin for the private fun. When I've got everything ready, I'll track you down. Excellent. Livewire quietly walks past you and struts off towards the main corridor. You watch her walk away, shaking her hips, then heads off, back to the side again. Alright. Cersei quietly strides down the hallway towards you. Oh, right, I forgot you were in this. Perfect timing, Lex. This cabin right here is unoccupied. Very nice timing indeed. Cersei waves her hand and the door opens by itself. You follow her in and she slowly struts in front of you. The cabin is empty and she waves her hand again. The door shuts. You both look around for a moment as you walk in further. Yes, all alone. Cersei moves closer to you with a smirk on her face. Oh, I do get such a hunger, Lex. In the old days, there were plentiful sailors to be my playthings, but those days are long over. Well, that is good news for me, then. Yes, very nice, Lex. I knew I had you at the top of my list for a reason. You produce an unusually large amount of semen for a human anyways. You finish dressing and walk over to her again. So I was number one then. You grin to yourself for a moment. Maybe. I'll never tell exactly where you landed. Though that was an impressive showing for a start, maybe I'll move you up. But there are still a lot of other entries to go through for now. Maybe I'll track you down later, though. Thanks for the drink, though, Lex. Cersei strides off towards the door and licks her fingertips. She waves her hand and the door opens in front of her and closes again as she leaves. You straighten out your costume and brush yourself off. You head for the door as well and check the time. You walk out into the hallway and close the door. All right, so let's head back to the lounge. Cersei slowly struts up to you from across the room. Oh, there's quite a field here tonight, Lex. It'll be a challenge to get some of the prime selections. I'd assume you're talking about the men, but it doesn't really interest me. A bit jealous now, are we? No. I thought I was at the top of your list, Cersei. Oh, you are a prime selection for sure. You already gave me quite a load, so I don't want to break you. I'll have to get some more milking done and circle back to you later, Lex. Milking? I enjoy the sucking and the milking of cocks the most. A fine hot spray of semen is just a bonus reward. There are a lot of cocks on this boat that would give me some nice rewards. Well, I'll reward you any time you like, my dear. Oh, you are spirited, Lex. I like that. But I don't want to spoil you too much either. I'll see you later tonight. Cersei. Okay. Slowly struts away off across the floor. Some men turn and watch her sway her hips from side to side. You want to go check other sections of the yacht. Queen Bee walks over to you with a grin on her face. Oh, Lex, just who I was looking for. You notice her steps were a bit staggered as she came over. Enjoying the evening? Queen Bee smirks and shifts her hips. Oh, yes. It's always nice to get away from the responsibilities of a monarch. She quickly glances around the room and back at you. It seems as though the party outside is winding down. You look around the lounge and notice a lot less people. Yes, it is inevitable as the night goes on. Queen Bee quickly struts up right in front of you. Well, I think we should take this party private as well. You can smell the alcohol on her breath as she talks. I need a good negotiation. That sounds like an excellent idea. Oh, good. I'll go make some arrangements. You come and find me in a few minutes. Of course. She struts off a little wobbly at first, then regains her balance. You watch her walk out over to a group and shake some hands. Jinx is not available. Okay, nobody's there. Slowly, okay, we've seen this before. Yep, we've seen this before, so we're going to skip this one. Again, I've said it before, if we've already done the dialogue, it gets skipped. I also really like that outfit on her. Jinx runs down the hall as she sees you. There you are, sir. I was looking all over for you. I have a cabin waiting. Very good, shall we? Jinx takes your hand as you walk off towards the cabin door. You follow her. She slowly struts in front of you. The cabin is empty, and you lock the door behind you as you enter. You both look around for a moment as you walk in further. Oh, I've been waiting all night. Jinx slowly struts over to you with a devious look on her face. We don't need any foreplay, sir. I need a good hard pounding. Good girl. You walk over to the bed and start to take off your costume. Let's see. So where to go next? Let's see. Is there anything at the lounge? Cersei. Cersei slowly struts up to you from across the room. Ooh, there's quite a field here tonight, Lex. It'll be a challenge to get... Okay, we've done this. I wonder why this is happening again. I did have a freeze, so I wonder if that's why. Alright, so I think the freeze ended up doing it. How are you doing, sir? I had to lay down for a while there. It also took me some time to get cleaned up again. You really loaded me up, sir. You grinned to yourself for a moment. Well, you did ask for it, didn't you? Oh, yes. It was great. Jinx slowly walks over closer to you. My legs are still shot. I'll need some time to recover for now anyways. You shouldn't push yourself, my dear. There'll be plenty of time in the long run. Oh, I just don't want some of these harpies to swoop in and try to steal you away. Jinx slowly runs her hand up and down your arm. I just need a bit of time and I'll be back. I'll take another round, sir. That is, if you want to. Of course, my dear. Oh, good, good. I'll see you later then. Jinx walks off and wobbles a bit, but steadies herself on the table. She nibbles on some candy as she relaxes on the deck. You decide to see what else is going on. Alright, let's see. Nobody's at the jacuzzi. Nobody's there. Alright, so our mains are done. Okay, we've seen this one before. I'm pretty darn sure I have. So there you go. Superwoman and Wonder Woman walk over as you come into the lounge. They put down their glasses and wobble a bit as they walk. Hey there, master. The party is starting to die down a bit. I have a room reserved for us for the rest of the evening. Ooh, that sounds really fun. You come along now, princess. Fine, fine. The three of you walk off towards the room in the center of the yacht. Superwoman and Wonder Woman smell of booze as it drifts off them. Finally, you come to a cabin and open the door for them. You all walk in and you lock the door behind you. All alone again. I think the princess is ready to let her breasts out now. Well, that was it for the yacht, but we'll do one more day because I love you all. By the way, guys, if you do like our little VTuber of Lily, we are currently working on another one that has a bit more jiggle physics. But, well, if you want to see it happen faster and see other girls, well, you're going to have to subscribe. Hit that membership button. Or check us out on Patreon, Subscribestar, or OnlyFans. All of the help really is needed, especially with the way YouTube is and other places. So, let's continue. We also have some new items coming to the shop that I think you guys will really like. Alright, so let's use at the Legion. I don't need any bitches right now. Alright, so I don't think anything new is going on at the Glamour Slam. Yep. Nothing new. Let's go to LexCorp. Let's check the office. Now, I am going to, as of next episode, if I can remember, start the prison event again because everybody and their mother keeps telling me to do that. I'm going to check the lab really quick. Nothing. Oh, wait, teleporter. Yes. We're going to Kaznia. That's the only thing we're doing this time. Let's see. Leave the room. West Wing. You walk down some hallways to the west wing of the castle. A guard comes walking down the same hallway and stops in front of you. This ring is not for unauthorized visitors. Please return to the guest ring. I'll be on my way then. You turn back the way you came, and the guard heads back down the hallway. You head over to the east wing of the castle. A few guards are blocking all the entrances. You cannot be in this area. Please return to the castle, to the guest wing. Very well. You turn back and you came. Let's see. You enter the doors to a large main hall in the castle. There doesn't seem to be anyone here at the moment. You look around at the massive room for a while as you walk around. After a while, you head back towards the same doors you had come in. You turn back the way you came down the long hallway. You walk down some old stone staircases to the dungeon. A nervous guard comes up to you. Okay, so we've seen that. Okay. So nothing there. Okay, so that's the same. So let's call the maid. Yes, sir. There is a rumor that the princess, I mean queen, is staying in the west wing of the castle. Can you get access to that to check in on that? No, sir. I am posted in this wing. If I go there, I would be reported. Very well. Best for you to stick to your routine. I try to work my way over there to that side of the castle. I can at least just feign ignorance. Of course, sir. I will collect the information. You can decide how best to use it. Yeah, for now we don't need you being compromised. Savage would only tighten his grip again. We want him to relax and feel comfortable. Yes, sir. Alright, so actions. Yeah, nothing right now. As you wish. Sonia bows quickly and then struts out the door again. I wonder if we happens if we leave and go the west wing. You take a look down the long hallway again. There's a shadow moving back and forth down at the other end. You head back to the hallway you came from. Okay. So now we have something different. So that's cool. Alrighty. I want to do something with robotics. I don't think we need to catch anyone new, do I? No, I don't think we do. Let's check on one girl at least. People want... I guess we could check on Harley again. I have something for you, my dear. Oh, yeah? Now we're talking. Some jewels or something? You pull out a collar and show it to Holly. She frowns immediately as she stares down at it. That looks like a $2 dog collar. Well, I'd like you to wear it. What? You grimace at her as you hold out the collar. I mean, oh, goody. I'd like to see you put it on, my dear. Preferably with nothing else on as well. All right, I guess. She quickly strips off her clothing in an instant without hesitation. Harley takes the black collar from your hand and looks it over. She lifts it up to her neck and it automatically wraps around it. What the hell? It's also magical, apparently. Okay, there. She pulls at it, but it doesn't even move at all. Holly lets out a sigh and brushes her pigtails back. Is she supposed to be in the scene? Harley, are you coming in the scene, girl? Holly? Holly, girl, come on. Come here, girl. Come on. Okay. She walks across the floor and the collar disappears. Oh, okay. She lays down on her bed and lets out a sigh. And with that, my lovelies, that's it for this episode. Thank you guys for joining me, and as I promised, next time we're going back to prison. If you're on YouTube, check out all the links in the description. If you're watching this elsewhere, come check us out on YouTube. I also stream on Twitch, and my schedule is up for anyone curious. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Something Unlimited. People have made comments. Thank you for enjoying Lily here. She's still being worked on, so she'll have a lot more stuff soon. But let's go ahead and move to the next night. And we're actually going to go to the office and restart the prison, because I've had a ton of people demand we redo that. Striker's Island, there we go. You are betrayed by God, blah, 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 yes. You sure you want to restart? What are you going to do? Stop me? Who do you want to take with you? Last time we took Cheshire, I believe. I'm trying to decide who to take. Let's take Blackfire. We'll try somebody else next time. One day there will be music, or I'll add it eventually, who knows. After a seemingly endless process, you step out into the main area. You look around for some of the villains as they stare at you for a moment. Just great. Blackfire. The bandana just doesn't work, I'm sorry. Blackfire walks up beside you in her prison uniform. You're here too? I suppose they're throwing any supervillain in here. Peh. They're just lucky I can't seem to use my powers. I have an idea of what they are using to suppress as a suppression field in here. They don't realize they just made me the most dangerous person in here. Right, Master? I guess you don't have any power to suppress. No, I have the greatest power anyways. Yeah. So, can you break us out of this dump already? We just have to stay the course for now. Give Roulette time to work, and we'll be out of here quickly. No causing any trouble for the moment, though. That's an order. Blackfire gives you a slight nod. Yes, Master. You hear a loud whistle from across the room. Killer Frost begins to walk over from behind some pillars. Some new fish. Hey there, Lex. And some orange bitch. You wanna die, slut? Yeah, you're real scary without your powers. Whatever, skank. Is there no dress code in here? I dress however I feel like, honey. You know, Lex, you're a beautiful man. Of course I know that. Blackfire rolls her eyes. I bet you got a big, pretty cock, too. Killer Frost looks over her shoulder and frowns. Oh, just who needs to show up right now? Look me up later, Lex. Killer Frost walks off, swinging her hips from side to side. Fucking slut. You look over to the main control console. Poison Ivy slowly descends down, escorted by some guards. Why, hello, Lex. Didn't think I'd see you in here. Oh, and who is this fetching creature and dog? This is Blackfire. She works for me. Your orange skin looks simply delicious, my dear. Yeah, thanks. If you need anything, just come to me. I guess no one's told you yet, but I've run this place since I was transferred from Arkham. How exactly do you pull that off? Everyone's powers are cancelled out in here. I've lost control over my plans, but my powers of persuasion are still running strong. Isn't that right, girls? Two female guards behind Poison Ivy bow their heads. Very interesting. She looks Blackfire up and down. In fact, have this prisoner transferred to my cell. I'll help her get settled in personally. The female guard says, Yes, ma'am. What? Well, things to do, you know. I'll see you later, bunkmates. Poison Ivy winks at Blackfire and struts off with her guards. No, this is great. Master? Ivy has obviously taken a shine to you. She seems to be in control of the gods, at least, so try to gain some influence with her. But... That's my command. Yes, Master, I will obey. Blackfire walks off in direction Poison Ivy was heading. Well, this is a complete mess. You look around the room a bit and sigh. Suddenly, a large figure begins to step out of the shadows. Mr. Luthor? Mr. Luthor? Bane, you're in here too? Yes, amigo, it seems Arkham is overflowing these days. Thanks to the bat. But this is a place compared to my Pinadoro. I I thought I would give a friendly warning to you. Oh? The women in here, they are loco. Especially Killer Frost. What exactly has she done? You should ask her yourself. Doing the accent's hard. You see you around. Bane slowly walks past you with his massive body. Thanks. Well, I'll stick to my plan for now. No rocking the boat, and I'll be out of here soon. I'll be a good boy. You head off to your cell. It is on the second floor with wide glass windows and door. You look around the empty cell for a moment. I think this actually looks different than the original version I saw. Well, this is disappointing. I'm sure Grodd is laughing his ass off. You let out a long sigh. Alright, let's go check out the main area. So we have a lot more people we can check out now. Volcana is the one everyone was asking me to check out. You take a look at Volcana's cell, but no one's in there. Damn it. You take a look at Metello's cell, but no one's in there. You walk into the showers. Some villains are showering as you look around. Well, no point in being in here right now. Get out of here, fucker! Someone yells. You decide to leave with a frown. And that's the first one we're going to kill. You check upstairs, but no one's in Poison Ivy's cell. You take a look in Bane's cell, but no one is here. Killer Frost waves for you to come in. You open the door to her cell and head in. Hey there, Lex. So you finally stopped by? Well, you make quite an impression. Yeah, I tend to do that, honey. So I'd assume you're going to blow this popsicle stand? No prison can hold the mighty Lex Luthor, can it? Actually, I'm sure my lawyers will have me out soon. Though the legal process in this country is not exactly fast. Oh, that's good to hear. I just need to get out of this hellhole. Why? Well, we know why, but let's pretend we don't. The quicker the better. Well, once I'm out, it'll be no trouble at all. But why should I risk bringing so much attention to myself? You see this body, Lex? Killer Frost turns around and sticks out her barely covered ass. It is very nice, but that's hardly motivation for a prison break. I guess you don't understand what I'm saying. I've heard about your little sex dungeon you have going. I'm not offering sex. I'm offering myself. If you can get me out of here, I'll join up. I'll be your depraved slave if you want. You can do whatever you want to me. A very interesting offer. You can never have too many slaves, really. Then I still have a question for you. Everyone in here seems to be terrified of you for some reason. Oh, that. Well, I made a tiny mistake is all. Well, it can't be that bad. What did you do? Well, when I first got in here, everything was great. Gangbangs, anything went. It was a really fun house. It was a fun house, really. But I got a little carried away, I guess. Uh-huh. Well, that still doesn't explain much. You see, I'm in here for killing men. Lots of pretty men. Oh, you should have seen my collection. Collection of dead men? Well, I froze them in ice, of course, for easy viewing. But it just got out of control. It took a ton of room to store them and keep them frozen. So I had to downsize a bit. Crazy bitch. I decided to just save the best part. It really is an art. If you snap off the dick just right, you can get the balls too. But yeah, sometimes it doesn't work and you just get the shaft. Oh yeah, I'd make sure they were nice and hard before freezing them. Killer Frost smiles an awkward smile as you grimace at her. Uh-huh. So you're in here for killing men and collecting their erect frozen cocks? Well, that would probably make any man in here nervous to begin with. Well, there were also some indecents. You didn't. I told you it was a fun house in here. I just got a bit overexcited. So you started to cut off dicks in here? Just a few, maybe 6 or 7 at most. No one cares about Condiment King and some gods. Oh God, poor Condiment King. But it didn't work out so well. They just bled out and shriveled up. You really have to freeze them when they're at full mast. I'm not letting you near my dick. Why did you do it so many times then? I was trying to be scientific, I guess. You should understand that. That's the exact opposite of scientific method. You don't keep doing the same thing over and over, hoping for another result. Well, I don't know. I told you it was crazy. Now you know why I have to get out of here. No one's gonna touch me in here. Well, no shit. Cutting off dicks is probably the worst possible thing a man could imagine. Yeah, well, I know that now. Well, I'll have to put some serious thought into this deal then. Hey, Lex, check out my ass. Isn't it hot? Killer Frost shakes her ass around, but you completely ignore her. I have to go think this over. You leave the cell as fast as you can. Look, Killer Frost, I got better ass back home. Well, fuck. She flops backwards on her bed and sighs out loud. I think we go to sleep. Very loud buzzer wakes you up. You look up with a grimace and get dressed. Well, let's get this over with. You open the door to your cell and head out. You see Poison Ivy and Killer Frost arguing as you stand on the stairs. Just leave me alone, you ugly cunt. I ain't into fish tacos, bitch. Killer Frost storms off as you make your way down to the ground floor. Ivy sighs to herself. Oh, what a stubborn little bitch. Seems you can't control everyone in here. Frost is usually resistant to my powers for some reason. Poison Ivy makes a wide grin. It really makes her kind of irresistible, though. It really seems like she just doesn't swing that way. Oh, for sure, Lex. I could just have my guards hold her down and have my way with her light blue body. But what fun would that be? Ah, very true. Nothing quite like having someone finally submit to your powers, is there? Oh, of course not. It is kind of like shooting fish in a barrel in here, though. But maybe that's why I go after Frost, too. Oh, well, nice talking to you, Lex. Now come along, dear. Yes, ma'am. Poison Ivy and her guard walk past you. You carefully examine the prison as you think to yourself. Just over there would be the exact spot. You wander off and decide what to do for the day. You must complete a few actions before you're ready to go to sleep each day. Your time in prison may be limited, so use it wisely. Let's see. Oh, she's cute. Volcana smirks as you knock on her glass door. Well, I thought you just got out of prison. You narrow your eyes and grimace at her for a moment. A temporary setback in a larger picture. Though I doubt that'll be staying long anyways. Volcana quickly moves over towards you and looks around. Look, you got a scheme going to leave this dump behind? Yeah, it's called having a highly paid legal team. Puh. Well, some of us aren't quite so lucky. I got off the desert island Superman stranded me on to end up with nothing in the real world anymore. Then thrown in here just trying to make a dishonest living. You are a professional thief, are you not? The best in Metropolis anyways. Yet you're in here? Well, aren't you too? Even I can't do much against the Justice League if they get on my tail. Since I'm getting out of here soon, I could be persuaded to help out. For a fellow Superman sufferer. Ooh, That would be nice. A little too nice now. So what's the catch then? Well, I seem to have quite a few options in here, really. Maybe if you impress me with some entertainment to pass the time. A little exchange then, Lex? I can play that game. Anything to get out of here. I've spent enough of my life in prisons. Excellent. Though I'm not going to go too far. A girl has to keep something on the table. Very well. For now, I should take a look around. All right. Well, I'll be here most likely. You leave the cell and close the door again. Finally, a ticket out of here. If I play my cards right, a free meal ticket too. Volcana chuckles to herself and lays down on her bed. So I kind of gave Volcana my normal voice since everyone has basically confirmed Lex is a different voice entirely. So yeah. Sorry. You walk into the showers in your towel. You take a quick look around to see who's there. Well, let's just get this done. You walk into one of the stalls, toss the towel over the divider, and turn on the taps. You clean efficiently and quickly. After a quick shower, you grab the towel again and dry off. You wrap it around your waist again and walk out of the stall. You take another look around before leaving again. Let's see. By the way, there should be, if I remember, a link up there for a video. Go watch it. It's fun. You can watch my other series. It's okay. Let's see. The guards bring you in to see Poison Ivy. Lex Luthor to see you, ma'am. Poison Ivy stops what she was doing and struts over. Oh, thank you, dear. That'll be all for now. Leave us. Yes, ma'am. The guard heads back to just outside the door. Can never be too careful with all the crazies in here. Now what can I do for you? I see there are some perks to being in charge. Well, I simply couldn't be stuck in one of those tiny cells. But this is the only large cell, if you're wondering. No, I don't mind my cell much. I was just wondering why you were staying in prison. It's not bad when you have the run of the place. I'd never get away with this in Arkham, thanks to Batman. But here, they put us in and mostly throw away the key. I also have the guards writing false reports. To anyone outside the walls, we're a model of reform. Very clever. I notice you have the female guards posted closer to your cell as well. Oh, you're not going to judge me, are you, Lex? I hear you've acquired quite the harem yourself. One of the perks of being free, I suppose. So you're looking to escape then? I'll be walking out of here soon, legally. I think you'd be happier on the outside, don't you think? It can get pretty dull in here sometimes. Tell me, do you have Batgirl then? She's been flaunting her cute little badass in my face for years. Yes, I have her under my control. I'll have to think about it. Just give me your answer before I'm out is all I'm asking. Then I can easily get you out too if you want. So generous, Lex. But what's the catch? Oh, nothing really. You can just owe me some favors. Favors, huh? Well, I should be going. You didn't even ask about Blackfire. I'm sure she can take care of herself. We'll talk again. The guard opens the door for you as you head out again. I wonder what Luthor is really up to. Poison Ivy walks back over to a plant and talks to it. Let's see. So they're still locked. I don't know if they just haven't, if I have to unlock them or if they just haven't been added yet. Let's talk to Bane. You knock on the door to Bane's cell. He puts down some weights and waves you in. So I had a talk with Killer Frost. Oh, Dios mío. Yeah. She is one crazy puta. You'd better watch your dick, amigo. I don't think she'll try anything with me. She wants me to get her out of here, in exchange for becoming my slave when she's out. Honestly, I wouldn't trust her as far as I could throw her. And that is pretty far. True, she'll probably betray me the first chance she gets, but not until I actually help her escape. Once we're out, though, I'm confident I can control her. With other methods. Well, it's up to you. Just don't get your dick cut off. I'm sure I can handle it. Alright, good luck, amigo. You nod at Bane and quietly leave the cell. He shakes his head and sits down on his bed and picks up his weights again. Even he knows you're being dumb. Metello looks over as you knock on the glass. What do you want, Luthor? How in the world are they holding you in here, Corbin? I'm not Corbin anymore. You know what? Fuck it. He gets the robot voice. I'm just Metallo. Well, whatever. Why do you have a female voice? Shut up. Why would you stay in here? Metallo looks around for a moment. I'm stuck here, just like the whole lot of you. I only have a sliver of kryptonite to run on. I couldn't even break this glass. I see. Then it's your lucky day. I can get you out of here once I'm released, if that's what you want. I'd rather not be caught up in one of your schemes, Luthor. Oh, come on now. What are you really going to do? You can't even waste away in here. So maybe I deserve to be here. Oh, please, feeling sorry for yourself? I didn't give you that power so you could throw it away on nonsense like that. Power? It's a damn curse. I can't taste, I can't smell, I can't feel anything. It's like being a living ghost. Well, I mean, ghost in the shell. I'm not sorry. Power always comes at a cost, but you don't shut down and sit in a cell forever. Then what am I supposed to do? You have to grab even more power. More? You're completely mad, Luthor. Get out of here and leave me alone. Fine. You turn and leave the cell. Maniac. Metello walks away and leans against the wall. He slams his fist into it with a clank. Well, that seems to be everything we can do. Let me check the showers again. You walk into the showers. I've already showered today. Twice just seems excessive. You look around for a moment, then leave. So we're going to end today. I know it's a short episode. Go to sleep. And we'll start back once this very loud buzzer wakes you up. You look around with a grimace and get dressed. Well, let's get this over with. So next time we'll look at this. I'll probably do 2 to 3 days each episode. I want to thank you guys all for your continued sponsorship and help. I'm glad you guys have been enjoying this series along with my other ones. I know it's been kind of sporadic on the channel. I'm trying to kind of settle things. But I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Bye. Hey all, welcome back to Something Unlimited. This week, it's Something Unlimited week, so let's make it count. A very loud buzzer wakes you up. You look with a grimace and get dressed. Well, let's get this over with. Let's see. Poison Ivy waves you in as she lounges on her bed. Her pale green shines in the bright lights overhead. Yes, Lex. I just came to see if you'd made up your mind. I'm still thinking it over for now. You look up and down her body, then to the guards on either side of the room. I see you picked your guards wisely. Oh yes, Maria and Erica are quite delightful. I especially enjoy their tight little uniforms. Yes, I can see the appeal. I was just wondering really how many attractive young guards you have in here. There are a few, but where are you going with this, Lex? You turn and study her guards for a moment. They stay still and stare as if in a trance. Well, they are nice, but it's not a lot of variety. I don't think there is a waiting list of beautiful girls wanting to be prison guards. Poison Ivy slowly gets off her bed and walks over to you. I see what you're saying. The spice of life and all that. Yes, exactly. I have many girls under my control right now, and more on the way eventually. I'm listening. Over time, it could end up being dozens. Not just anyone either. These heroines are the pinnacle of females as well. Tirelessly training their bodies until they are unmatched by ordinary people, really. Poison Ivy bites her lip for a second. My girls are very loyal, but you make a good point, Lex. Too much of the same old thing can get quite stale. What are you really asking of me here? Just a show of loyalty, if you're in. Then, once I'm released, I'll help you get out as well. Maybe I can give you some exclusive time with my girls as a bonus. Poison Ivy grins widely. A little tit for tat, Lex. She thinks silently to herself for a moment. All right, I guess I have overstayed my welcome here. I'll see what I can do for some entertainment for you. Don't expect me to be sucking your dick, though. I only swing that way for certain special occasions. Without my poison antidote, you wouldn't last long either. But I'm sure my girls and me can show you a good time. Isn't that right? Of course, ma'am, the two guards shout at the same time. Excellent. Make my prison time interesting, and I'll see you're taken care of on the outside. Very well. Just give me some time to prepare something. You nod to Poison Ivy and head towards the door. One of the guards escorts you out again. Well, things got a little more interesting. Poison Ivy walks back over to her bed and stretches out. Let's see, we want to do a shower. You walk into the shower in your towel. You take a quick look around to see who's there. Well, let's just get this done. You walk into one of the stalls. Toss the towel over the divider and turn on the tap. You clean efficiently and quickly. After a quick shower, you grab the towel again and dry off. You wrap it around your waist and walk out of the stall. You take another look around before leaving again. Volcana. Volcana lets you in as you knock on the glass. Well, things certainly are different in this special ward. Yeah, they set up this super ward just a while back. Though I'm surprised they put you in here too. Seems like putting the fire next to the oily rags. Being underestimated is just as good as being overestimated. At least I don't need to escape this time. It would be a bit more challenging. Right. Poison Ivy being in charge is definitely a benefit, though. I can understand Killer Frost, but why doesn't she have you under her influence? Well, Volcano looks off to the side of the wall for a moment. I could see the writing on the wall, so I kind of cut a deal with her. Very interesting. And what was that deal? She stares off again, an embarrassed look. I just kind of pay a tax, you see. Just never mind. I thought we had a deal, too. Yes, I could use some entertainment while I'm in here. As long as you keep up your end, I'll consider helping you out. Consider seems like a pretty shaky offer. Well, it would involve considerable risk and cost on my end. This isn't a run-of-the-mill facility. A smirk runs across her face again. I'm sure we can come to some kind of understanding. I want to get a workout in while the yard is mostly empty to this time of day, so we can work on the details next time. Volcano struts off past you with her long hair flowing all over. You watch her walk down the stairs and then head out yourself. You close the door behind you and step out into the raised walkway. Back down the stairs, you end up in the common area again. Hey, Bane. I think we've done mostly everything with Bane. Bane looks up from his book and opens the door for you. Welcome, amigo. You seem like you wanted to talk about something, Bane. Ah, yes. I've spent enough time in prisons, really. You coming here seems like a sign to me. It's time to leave. Well, now, I didn't expect that. I do have a significant operation going on outside right now. If you'd be willing to help me out, then maybe I can help you out. Sounds like a fair deal, Lex. As long as I can run my own operation as well. Very well. As long as you aren't drawing unwanted attention to me, then I really don't care. Very enough. You get me out of here and I'll work with you for now. Great. I can't do shit for his voice. I can't do anything right away. But once I'm released, it should be no problem. Good. Then we have a deal then. I'm looking forward to that free air again. Bane shakes your hand with his massive one. All right, I'll be on my way now. He nods as you leave the cell. Bane sits back on his bed and picks up his book again. Killer Frost waves you down. You head into her cell slowly. So you couldn't keep away, Lex? You slowly cross your arms and grimace at her. So, have you thought about that great deal I offered you? You carefully look her over for a moment in silence. I have gave it some thought. And I'll agree, but I have some conditions in light of your past mistakes. Ooh, of course. First, no cutting off my dick. Well, no duh. I'm not that crazy. Second, you'll have to prove your loyalty to me while I'm still in here. Oh, sure, who you want me to kill? Not like that. I'm trying to stay clean so I can be released without any incident. Ah, I get you. I guess all I can do is use my body then, right? It can get rather dull in here. If you can help by being my entertainment for now, sounds like fun. Alright, I've got a rule of my own now that I think about it. Very well, what is it? No fucking me till you get me out of here. I don't need you using me as a cum dump while you're in here, then not getting me out. Alright, fair enough. As much as I'd like that, no one's banged me in a while. Once I'm out, though, I'll be your degenerate fuck toy, all day. Killer Frost wiggles her ass around. That's good to hear. Sounds like we have an agreement then. Yeah, I'll look forward to serving you, master. Master. So, what will you do with me once we're out? Turn me out on the streets or keep me to yourself? I have to use the heroines to generate money. But I think I'll keep you in my private collection. Ooh, the possessive type. I like that. For now, though, I have some other things to do while I'm in here. All right, maybe tomorrow we can have some fun. You leave the slowly turn. Really? And leave the cell. Killer Frost flops down on her bed with her ass up in the air. You take a look at Metello's cell, but he just turns and ignores you. Is there anything else going on in here? Alright. Alright, so let's move on to the next day. Maybe we'll do 3 days. A very loud buzzer wakes you up. You look up with a grimace and get dressed. Well, let's get this over with. You step out into the main area of the prison. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. You look up to the second level and see many villains gathered outside Poison Ivy's cell. Now what? You begin to head up the stairs to see what... Well, that happened. Let's see what our girl's doing. Poison Ivy seems to be busy with her girls. You head back down the stairs to the main area. Bane opens the door for you. Welcome, amigo. Sorry, but I don't think we should be seen talking too much. Yeah, you're right. That'll just raise undue suspicion. You nod at Bane and quietly leave the cell. He sits back down in his bed and picks up a book. Killer Frost waves for you to come in. You open the door to her cell and head in. Hey there, Lex. Or should I call you Master? Well, I'm not technically your master till I get you out, am I? I suppose not. We'll just pretend for now anyways. Well, that was fun. Take a look at Metallo's cell. He stares at you for a moment, then turns away. Bitch. You check in on Volcana, but she doesn't seem to be there. You walk into the showers with your towel on. Take a quick look around the stalls and see one is in use. Well, that was that day. So we're going to do one more day today. A very loud buzzer wakes you up. You look up with a grimace and get dressed. Well, let's get this over with. You start to walk across the main area of the prison. You immediately spot a guard heading directly for you. He stops a few feet away and glares at you. Inmate Luthor? Yes. That way. He points to a hallway with his baton. Of course. You head down the hall as the guard follows you. Finally, you come to a metal door. The guard unlocks and waves you in. He walks you into the room. All right, I'll be back when your time is up. No fucking around, Luthor. The guard leaves again quickly. You look around the plain room. A table, no chairs, and an obvious two-way mirror. After a little while, another side door opens. Roulette casually struts into the room wearing a crisp red suit. Well, it's about time. That suit looks good on you, Roulette. I hope this is a conjugal visit. Oh, please. You don't even have any money in here anyways. As the head of your legal team, I have to dress the part at least. I didn't know you had any legal experience. I don't, but you can buy almost anything these days. I just happened to pass the bar a couple of days ago. Fine. So where do we stand? Well, things are looking good. Of course, I had to hire a real crack legal team too, though. So this whole mess will end up costing a pretty penny. That damn Grodd. He certainly knows how to push my buttons. I never would have suspected such a stupid trap, and fell right into it. Luckily, with your pardon, things should move along quickly. Basically, anything you did previously to that, you can't ever be charged for. And these new ones are flimsy at best. Excellent. So, when can I expect to get out of this place? Well, the American legal system isn't exactly efficient. It could be weeks, maybe even months. Well, that's just great. I'm diverting as much money as possible, but it can only go so far. For the time being, you're just going to have to sit in here. There's nothing I can do? Just be a model prisoner for now. Any incidents will only impede on the whole thing more. And what about Blackfire? Well, she's an alien in the first place. So I don't know how they can legally hold her anyways. That shouldn't be much of a problem. Good, I suppose you're doing your best. I figured something would happen eventually, so I've been preparing for a while. Just you two keep your heads down, and it'll be over quickly. Roulette looks you up and down. That's a good look for you, Lex. Oh, please. You know I can't monitor You know they can't monitor meetings with your legal counsel. Maybe we'll have to see about the conjugal visits. Some rough prison sex with a dangerous criminal sounds pretty hot. That would definitely be something to look forward to. We'll see about that. Running everything is keeping me on my toes, so I have to get back to it. Of course. I'll keep you updated as things move along. Roulette turns and struts over to the door she came in on and knocks on it. She slips out and shuts it with a loud crunch again. You wait a few minutes before the first guard shows up again. Come on, Luthor. You nod and you both head back out of the room. The guard walks you back down the long set of hallways. As you come up to the main area, he breaks off and turns back again. You walk back out onto the main floor. Well, that happened. The guard waves you in to see Poison Ivy. She gets up off her bed, holding hands with Blackfire. You frown at the both of them. Well, you two certainly seem to be having fun. I caught your little show yesterday. Sorry, Master. Oh, don't be such a prude, Lex. I can make your life very miserable in here if you make me unhappy. Now take a walk for now, darling, while I talk this over with Lex. Sure. Blackfire quickly heads out of the cell door. Now, what's your problem exactly? You could at least ask my permission before using my property. Well, I'm amending our deal in the light of this. As long as you're in my house, she's my property. Any interference, and I'll intervene with your release, understand? Yeah, I suppose we do. Good. See, I can be a reasonable person, Lex. Just go and find your own toys while you're in here. You grimace at Poison Ivy, then slowly turn and leave the cell. She walks back over to her bed and lays down. One of her guards comes over and begins to rub her feet. Bane opens the door for you. Welcome, amigo. So, okay. I think I'm basically done with Bane. Killer Frost jumps up from her bed as you enter her cell. You're welcome in here. You're welcome in here anytime, Lex. I'll keep that in mind. I've got a good idea. Metello opens the door with a slam. For God's sake, Luthor, what is it now? You're a valuable asset at a LexCorp asset. I paid for your body, and I won't have you wasted in here. So what if I waste my time in here? Who cares? You underestimate me, Metallo. I've continued to research all these long years. Your body would be a rough prototype now. You've carried on with it all this time? Of course. There have been many breakthroughs since you were created so long ago. We're so close to bridging the gap between your mind and body. But there are always setbacks. What setbacks? Interference and, of course, money. This is the type of research would be considered illegal by most developed nations. It becomes incredibly expensive. You could help me. Help you? Come work for me again. We could make enough money to fund teams dedicated to the work. Hundreds of people. It would cut the time down by years. Who knows, decades. Then I could be freed from this? You could be reborn. All your senses return, enhanced even. Everything back and you could keep your powers as well. I'll think about it. You promised the world before, Luthor. True. But what other choice do you really have? I'll want your answer before I'm released. You slowly turn and leave the cell. Metallo sits down on his bed and stares at the floor. Volcana waves you in as she sees you through the glass. Hey, Lex, I've thought about it a bit. And, I have some entertainment for you. Excellent. Well, since you've already seen the goods, I guess I can do a little more. Volcano moves off towards the back of the cell. She quickly strips down as you watch her take off her skimpy uniform. Nicely done. Volcano wipes some sweat off of her forehead and moves back over to her clothes. She quickly puts the skimpy outfit back on again and walks over to you. Fuck it. I'll get a voice for her eventually. I thought just dancing would be a little dull. Another sound decision, I'd say. Though I hope you have some more offerings eventually. The dancing is nice, but it may wear thin. Volcana almost smirks to herself. I think I can handle some entertainment, Lex. You just leave that up to me. I'll leave it up to your capable hands then. For now, I should get back to my routine. You leave the cell and close the door again. I'd better up my game a bit. Volcana turns and flops on her bed. Let's go take a shower. Okay. And with that, we call it an episode. Let's go ahead and hit the sleep button. There we go. And I'll see you guys next time for more Something Unlimited. Don't forget to check out our shop and check out the ways to support me, which is Patreon, Subscribestar, and OnlyFans. All of the help makes these videos come out faster, helps out a lot, especially with the whole YouTube debacle and all that jazz. Thank you all for watching, and I love you all. See you next time. Bye! Hello, and welcome to our week-long Something Unlimited. Each week we're going to switch off to a different game so that, we can help these updates go by faster. Because so many games seem to update at once. Heck, I haven't even finished Paprika Trainer, which is fully done. A very loud buzzer wakes you up. You look up with a grimace and get dressed. Well, let's get this over with. Alright, not even a main area thing. You check in on Poison Ivy, but she doesn't seem to be there. Bane opens the door for you. I don't think he has anything, honestly. Which doesn't matter, we already have him. You open the door to Killer Frost's cell and walk in. She gets up off her bed as you enter. Hey there, Lex. I was getting a little bored. Maybe I can entertain you a bit, master? Of course. Good. I was about to get myself off, but you can watch and we can kill two birds with one stone. Perfect timing then. Killer Frost quickly unties her top and tosses it. She flops backwards with her legs up in the air and begins to finger herself again. Well, that was fun. Let's see. Metallo waves you in as you open the door to the cell. All right, Luthor. You get me out of here. I give you some kryptonite. And I'll work for you again. Excellent. But if you betray me, I'll make it my sole mission to hunt you down. I think I've heard this one before. You look into the cold green lights of his eyes. Tough but fair. I'll see that a significant cut of everything you do is put towards the new research. But I can't promise anything overnight. Of course. It won't matter anyways. I have all the time in the world. Good. We'll definitely run into the Justice League eventually. So you'll get your revenge on Superman as well. Well now, I would have spit if I could when I first saw you in here, Luthor. But you've actually managed to cheer me up even. Well, just remember that the next time you question my loyalties. All right, so how do we do this? Just wait for now. I'll be released soon, and then I can coordinate your release from there. For now, though, we shouldn't talk any more than we have to. That's fine by me. You nod at Metallo and leave the cell. He drops down onto the bed and relaxes. Well, he's on our side. Volcana waves you in as she sees you through the glass. Welcome, Lex. You've been working your way to the top of my list recently. Oh, that is good to hear. Volcana struts over toward you with a wide smile. God, I don't remember her. I think she's from Superman, but I'm not exactly sure. You'll find that I really like to work. For the right price, though. She runs her hand up and down your arm. You watch her walk out completely naked. You wait for a few minutes, then head out as well. You close the door behind you and step out onto the raised walkway. Back down the stairs, you end up in the common area again. Okay, let's see. Showers. You walk into the showers holding onto your towel. You notice a large amount of inmates standing around a stall. Well, this can't be good. You decide to walk over and see what's happening. You dry off with your towel and wrap it around your waist again. You take another quick look around before leaving again. And that would be it for this day. So let's move on to the next one. Very loud buzzer wakes you up. You look around with a grimace and get dressed. Well, let's get this over with. I forgot how many days are actually in this. You start to walk across the main area of the prison. The guard blocks your path in front of you. He points to a hallway again with his baton. Come on now, I ain't got all day. You head down the hallway as the guard follows close behind. He takes out a set of keys and unlocks the metal door. He waves you into the room and closes the door behind you. You wait in the middle of the room for a while. You look up to the one-way glass mirror on the wall. Typical. Bored, you pace around a bit when finally another door opens. In strolls Amanda Waller with her hands behind her back. Trying to think of what voice to give her. It's so tempting not to, I'm gonna do it. Hello, Lex. I just had to come to Strikers Island, to Strikers, and see this for myself. Well, enjoy it while you can. I won't be in here too long. I hope this isn't a conjugal visit. I mean, there's another game where that already happened, just with another guy. You're a funny guy, Lex. Unfortunately, you are right. You seem to have a rather brilliant legal team on your side. Of course. Only the best that money can buy. Well, I'm making sure I keep you in here every second that I can. I think I've spent enough time in Strikers Island over the years. Especially this freak show ward you've put together now. Though this dampening field in here seems remarkably similar to the one I helped develop when I was part of Cadmus. Once you went completely AWOL, we had to salvage what we could from the project. I'm giving her a different voice. Once you went completely AWOL, we had to salvage what we could from the project. This field created to suppress heroes' powers seems to work just fine on villains as well. Well, did you just come in here to gloat, or do you actually want something? Thanks to you, I've had a lot of my powers stripped away for the time being. You mean since I played you in Cadmus like a fiddle? I just wanted to see you in here and give you a warning as well. I have bitches in here that will kill you. The wall does not forget or forgive. Once I do get my powers restored, I'm coming for you, motherfucker. You grimace at her for a moment. Don't drop the soap, Lex. Amanda Waller slowly struts back to the door she came in. You wait a few more minutes in the room before the guard comes. He slowly unlocks the metal door and waves you through. You head back out of the room. The guard walks you back down the long set of hallways. As you come up to the main area, he breaks off and turns back again. You walk back out onto the main floor. Well, that was fun. Poison Ivy waves you in as she lays on the bed. She quickly jumps up off the bed as you walk up. Oh, good Lex. Wrong voice. Oh, good Lex. I was just about to send someone to find you. I've been thinking about our deal, and I decided on some entertainment for you. Excellent. It can get pretty dull in here. You don't have to tell me. We'll start out simple, then maybe get into some more interesting things. It does sound good. All right. Erica, show Lex here some of your moves. The guard, standing off to the side, says, Yes, ma'am. She walks over by the bed and begins to move. She sways her hips from side to side and moves in an exotic motion. She keeps one hand behind her head. The other one she moves behind her stomach as she swings her hips. Her dark skin glows in the bright light overhead. Oh, yes, dear. Erica is quite a little dancer. Thank you. Her movements are slow but erotic. The tight uniform reveals the form of her body, but you still try to imagine it. Very good. Ivy walks over to the other guard and begins to rub down against her as she watches. Erica locks eyes with you as you stare at her body. She licks her lips and continues her dance. She makes even more seductive movements as you watch. After a while, she begins to slow down and Ivy walks over again. Well done, well done. Yes, thank you, ma'am. Oh, they do look good when they move in their tight little outfits, don't they? Yeah, they do. That was very entertaining. Erica quickly walks back to her post up against the wall. Well, you can come by again, and I'll figure out some more shows for you. Good. Gives me something to look forward to. You take a quick look at Erica, who pretends to look away. Then you slowly turn and leave the cell. All right. I'm not gonna try. Nah, why not? You check in on Killer Frost, but she doesn't seem to be there. You take a look at Metallo's cell. He's completely ignoring you. Let's do another dance. Good choice, Lex. I'll get right on that. Volcana moves off towards the back of the cell. She quickly strips down as you watch her take off her skimpy uniform. Let's see. Now we got... So I'm thinking they're going to be adding something. You can tell they're going to be adding a lot more. You walk into the shower with your towel on. You look around for a moment to see who's there. You walk back over to your towel and dry yourself off. Killer Frost begins to rub herself down in the stall. Once you are dried off a bit, you leave the shower area. Well, that was fun. So with that, I know it's a bit of a shorter episode, but I think we're going to go to sleep and call it. So I'll see you guys next time. Welcome to more Something Unlimited. We're still on the island. I keep wanting to say Rikers. I think it's Strikers. Yeah, because it's based on Rikers. Come on, you can do it. A very loud buzzer wakes you up. You look up with a grimace and get dressed. Well, let's get this over with. Alright, so nothing happened this time. Let's start with the showers. You walk into the showers in your towel. You take a quick look around to see who's there. Well, let's just get this done. You walk into one of the stalls. Toss the towel over the divider and turn on the tap. You clean efficiently and quickly. After a quick shower, you grab a towel again and dry off. You wrap it around your waist and walk out of the stall. You take another look around before leaving again. I actually honestly forgot how many days this is. Poison Ivy waves her hand in the air at you. The guards let you into her cell. She quickly walks up as you walk in. Perfect timing. I've thought of a great show just for you, Lex. Are you ready? Are you ready back there? Yes. Someone yells from behind a curtain in the back. Okay, you stay right there, Lex. She gives a little bow and quickly runs behind the curtain again. Oh, she's just a little shy. A very erotic dance, even better than the last. Yes, even I can't get her to dance like that for me. Oh, maybe she's got a little crush on you, Lex. Pamela! Erica yells from behind the curtain. Oh dear, you trying to steal my girls, Lex? Well, I can't control my natural charisma. Poison Ivy frowns at you. Well, anyway, I'll have to see what other ideas I can come up with. Good, I'll definitely be looking forward to it. You slowly turn and leave the cell. I don't think Ivy's too happy with us. I'm gonna skip Bane because Bane's Bane. You walk into Killer Frost's cell. She slowly gets up off her bed and struts over to you. Welcome, Lex. Looking for a good time? Of course. Ooh, great. I was just thinking about that shower we took together, rubbing down your body. You take a few steps over towards the door. Killer Frost leans against the wall on the floor. So good. Well, I better be going. But I look forward to more diversions. Yeah. You open the door and head out. Oh my God, I'm soaking wet. She sticks her hand down her tight shorts and rubs herself. You take a look at Metello's cell. He's completely ignoring you. Let's do it. Another hand job, Lexi? All right, then, you're the boss. Volcana struts over towards you with a wide smile. She slowly directs her hand down to your belt. You wait for a few moments, then head out as well. You close the door behind you and step out onto the raised walkway. Back down the stairs, you end up in the common area again. So there's nothing else we can do, so we might as well head into our cell. All right, let's go to sleep for the day. Very loud buzzer wakes you up. You look around with a grimace and get dressed. Well, let's get this over with. You start to walk across the main area of the prison. A guard comes heading from the opposite side of the room. He stops right in front of you. Yes? That way. He points to the hall with his baton. Of course. You head down the hall as the guard follows you. Finally, you come to a metal door. The guard unlocks it and waves you in. Roulette is sitting up on a table as you enter. Damn, my girl looking fine. Come here, baby. She has her long legs crossed as she stares at you. Some of us have other things to do today, you know. She slowly swings her foot back and forth. You look her up and down. Roulette smiles with a crossed grin. Is there something on my legs, Lex? Your eyes follow her tattoo down her thigh and then lower to the bright red heels. She looking good in that. Apparently no. I just checked again. Her grin widens as she twirls her foot around. Well, I suppose I should get down to business. What kind of business do you have in mind? Oh, now I remember. Oh, now I wonder. Finally, she carefully steps down off the table. Roulette looks around for a moment. There's just something about this place. All these dangerous criminals in here. It just turns me on for some reason. Well, you're talking to the most dangerous criminal in here. But I suppose it depends on your point of view. Oh my. Such a bad boy in here. Roulette licks her lips and takes a step towards you. All locked up in here, and you can only come out with just me to see you. I always had a fantasy about being in prison, being used by these horrible inmates every day, in every way, just existing as their plaything. She runs her hand up and down your arm. Then she quickly takes a few steps back again. Oh, it's fun to think about, but I wouldn't want to be in this hellhole. You frown at her. I have a busy day today, Lex. A bit too busy to spend too much time in here with you anyways. So what did you want? Just to tell you, things are progressing well. And maybe to tease you a bit, I guess. Great. Well, I had better get going. I have to get to the spa later. All this running around is just wearing me out. I'll stop by if I have any good news. Or if I get bored. You roll your eyes and grimace at her. Roulette slowly struts out of the room, shaking her hips from side to side. You wait a few minutes before the first guard shows up again. Come on, Luthor. Your tease-ass hoe is going. You nod, and both of you head back out of the room. The guard walks you back down the long set of hallways. As you come up to the main area, he breaks off and turns back again. You walk back out onto the main floor. Poison Ivy seems to be busy with her girls. You head back down the stairs to the main area. You walk into the showers with your towel on. I'm going to get in trouble for this stuff. I'm going to just go check Bane. Yeah. We cool, Bane. No, don't worries, man. We bros. Yeah. Do I have anything else? I'm gonna make you dance again. I'm gonna actually just go quickly through this because we've done this before. Julie puts on her skimpy outfit back on again and walks over to you. Yep. It's the exact same. So I think we're done. All right. Oh, no, we already did that. That's my bad. Go to sleep. Well, guys, we'll do a third day because I love you all, and I've been giving you short episodes. You look up to the second level and see many villains gathered outside Poison Ivy's cell. Alright, I think we're getting toward the end. Seems busy with her girls. Yeah. Let's start from the beginning. Lose these closed legs. One personal strip show coming up. Metallo is ignoring. Yeah, I don't think you have anything new. Let's get a hand job. Another prison handy, Lex. All right, then. You're the boss. Volcana struts over towards you with a wide smile. So with that, I believe I showered, did I not? Okay, yeah. So with that, we're going to end this. I want to thank you all for joining me for this episode. Once again, thank you all who are supporting me on OnlyFans, which, by the way, they did revert back to normal. Patreon and Subscribestar, you guys are helping continue these series. And I'll see you all next time. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitch, and all that other jazz. Bye, guys. Hey, everyone, let's get some sleep. A very loud buzzer wakes you up. You look up with a grimace and get dressed. Well, let's get this over with. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, if there's nothing new in the cells, I'm just going to skip over because, well, we've seen everything. You look up at the second level and start to head towards Poison Ivy's cell. Before you can really react, a guard comes down the stairs first. Just what do you think you're doing? Heading up to see your boss. She quickly takes a few steps forward and frowns right in front of you. What was that? A statement? You've got some nerve. This way. Don't you dare resist. She grabs your arm and puts her hand behind your back. The guard leads you down the side corridor, pushing you along. Finally, you come to a metal door. The guard unlocks it and shoves you into the room. She walks into the room behind you and locks the door quickly. Well, now that I've got you all alone, Luthor. She struts up closer and starts to run her hand up and down your body. Sorry about the performance back there, but Ivy can be pretty jealous, Lou. I would assume she doesn't like to share. I do love Ivy, but she doesn't understand. Some of us still need a real man now and then. She runs her hand up and down your shirt to your belt buckle. I made sure no one will be using this room. Well, I can't resist a corrections officer's orders. You redo your belt and stand back to watch her. A very satisfying performance. She wipes off a few stray drops with fingers, then licks it off. Erica stands back up again and brushes herself off. Ooh, yeah, I needed that. I might have to give you some serious discipline next time. For now, though, I better take you back before too many people notice. That sounds like a good plan. You both walk over by the door again. Erica grabs your hand and puts them behind your back. She marches you out of the room and down the hallway again. She prods you with her baton as you make your way back to the common room. Well, you better learn your lesson, prisoner. I promise I'll control myself in the future. Good. She stomps off with almost cartoonish overreaction. A little over the top, but oh well. At least there are some perks to being in prison. You slowly walk around the main floor and observe. Nothing seems to be going on, and only a few inmates are there. You grin to yourself and walk off again. Nope, same thing. Okay. Same thing. Showers. Right. I think we're getting to the end of prison. All right, let's see. You start to walk across the main area of the prison. When you come face to face with a guard, he stops. Yeah. You walk into the far corner of your arm with your arms crossed. Now who is it going to be? You wait for a while and finally hear the door click, then open. Roulette struts in slowly, moving her hips from side to side. Oh, afternoon, Lex. Roulette, I hope you have some good news for me. Yes, the best of news. She adjusts her glasses and licks her lips. She struts across the floor over to you. I've secured us a little alone time, Lex. Roulette runs her hands up and down your arm. I'm listening. It must be frustrating locked up in here all day. All these vicious criminals with their anger all bottled up. Just always thinking about what they can't have. Ooh, that's pretty exciting, don't you think? I think you've been watching a few too many movies. Well, this was a productive meeting. Were you really getting off on the idea of being in prison? Or is it the fact you could actually be used as currency? Roulette looks off to the ceiling for a second. I think you're reading into into things too much. So, I'll have to tack on some extra fees for this, though. Yeah, well, whatever. This was a nice diversion, but don't forget your main goal here. Yes, things are coming along. In the meantime, I'll check in if anything happens, or I get too bored again. You roll your eyes and grimace at her. Roulette slowly struts out of the room with her hips going from side to side. You wait a few minutes before the first guard shows up again. Come on, Luthor, you did good, damn son. You head back to the room. Yeah. All right, so, as I said before, we're just going to skip if there is nothing new. Dance. Naked makeout. Licking. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, she's got nothing new. Bane, you good, bro? Yeah, you good. We good? Shower time, we're gonna need it. So yeah, I think maybe the prison stuff should be a little shorter. Let's do another day. Alright. Nothing new. Nothing new. Nothing new. My girl does nothing new. We're good boys. We take our showers the way we're supposed to. Another day. You are lying down, resting in your cell. Suddenly, you hear a light tapping at the front of your cell. You toss the blanket and pillow as you get up instantly to see what's going on. Who's there? The door slowly opens as someone sneaks in. The lights hit the figure, revealing one of the guards. It's just me. You relax your guard a bit and put your hands behind your back. A little late for patrol, isn't it? I took on some night shifts. She carefully struts over closer to you. Oh, I just had to come see you. But it'd be too risky during the day. She runs her hand up the side of your body with a smirk. We can be alone in here, though. A companion would be a nice distraction from this place. Oh, yes, sir. I can distract you all night. She runs her hands up and does your Very loud buzzer wakes you up. You look around in a grimace and get dressed. Well, let's get this over with. Nothing. We'll do one more day. Yay, ignore us. And now shower time, because we're good boys and girls. By the way, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, on Instagram. I have a TikTok now for some reason. I don't use it much, but you can follow anyway. And Twitch under Sinfully Pure. That's about it. Very loud buzzer wakes you up. Yep. You start to walk across the main area of the prison. When you come fit, yeah. What now? Fine. Let's get this over with. They could at least have chairs in here. You pace around for a few minutes. After a while, the other metal door opens and Roulette struts in slowly. Well, good news, Lex. My legal team finally got the charges dropped. Don't you mean my legal team? She tilts her glasses and frowns. Some gratitude. Here I am busting my hump in this sexy suit trying to get you out. All right. Good work, Roulette. You get a pat on the head. Pat. She looks you up and down again. I don't need praise from a sweaty inmate. Roulette bites her lip for a second. I'm not in the mood for that right now. Of course. She pretends to straighten up her skirt. This place just seems to get to me sometimes. Well, you can get out first thing tomorrow. Tomorrow? We're still pushing through some of the paperwork. Fine. I guess one more night won't matter anyways. That's the spirit. It'll be nice to get things back to normal. We've spent a small fortune on this little adventure. As soon as I get out, I'm going gorilla hunting. Are you sure he'd still be in Metropolis of all places? It'd pretty much guarantee it. An idiot like him, with a massive ego? There's zero chance he'd just leave with me in prison. I guess you would be the expert. You frown at Roulette. Oh, you can also tell Blackfire she'll be released as well. Well, I better get going. Just wanted to get you the good news. I'll see you tomorrow then. Yeah, see you later. She nods and turns and struts back out, shaking her hips as wide as she can. You wait for a while, and finally the guard opens the door, and then you head out. A guard waves you in to see Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy slowly gets up off of her large bed with Blackfire by her side. Now what is it, Lex? I just thought you should know I'm getting out tomorrow. Oh, very nice, Lex. Blackfire is also being released as well. It's about time. I mean, thank you, Master. It's very good news, then. And I can assume my release will be coming soon. I'll look into getting you out as soon as possible, Ivy. Oh, excellent, then. Looks like I just have you for one more night, my dear. Poison Ivy pinches Blackfire's ass. Yeah, great. Well, I have some last-minute things to do. Don't be late tomorrow, or I'm leaving without you. Yes, Master. You head back to the door, and a guard lets you out of the cell. All right, I guess we're not telling him. Bye. Killer Frost jumps up from her bed as you enter her cell. Well, good news. Don't you mean, yes, I've just been told I'm getting out tomorrow. Oh, that's great news, Lex. I mean, Master, sir. I hope you won't forget about me once you're outside again. Killer Frost slowly sways her ass around, looking back at you. You stare at her for a moment. We'll see. You've served me well in here, though. Of course. I hope I can serve and service you as your deviant slave. That does have a nice ring to it. I'll try to get you out as soon as possible. Oh, well, that has an even better ring to it. Good. Well, I'd better get ready. Yes, my master. Killer Frost bows to you and you leave her cell. She stares at you as you walk back down to the main area. You better damn well get me out of here, Luthor. Or when I do, I'll definitely add that pretty cock to my collection. She's nuts. Volcana waves you in, and as you knock on the glass, it seems as though things are finally coming together. I'll be getting out tomorrow now. Ooh, nice one, Lex. Like, you won't forget our deal the minute you step outside. You should know me better than that by now. Besides, I never leave a profitable asset laying around. Yeah, it'll be nice to get out of here and make some money. I'm counting on this deal. Volcana narrows her eyes and loses her smile for a moment. If you leave me in here, then I'll definitely incinerate you when I get out. Tough but fair. There shouldn't be any problem once I get back to LexCorp. Just don't expect to be out a day after I leave. I have a lot of things going on that I need to take care of as well. That's fine then. I can survive for a while longer in here. Just don't push it too much. Well, I have to get ready. You should be prepared as well. I won't be able to contact you. Oh, don't worry, I'll be ready. You nod to Volcana and head toward the door. You leave the cell and close the door again. Well, finally some good news at least. What am I going to do? What am I going to eat first when I get out? Volcana chuckles to herself and lays down on her bed. And then we go take a nice hot shower. So I don't think the exit is going to be any different, but we'll see. You hear a light yay. And your son closes the door. It's just me. Stopping in for a late night inspection? Yes. I know something I need to inspect right away. She carefully struts over closer to you. Erica starts to rub her hands up against your crotch. Very loud buzzer wakes Yay. Never thought I would appreciate some simple freedom so much. You just stand up and look around for a second. Poison Ivy slowly comes down the stairs with her entourage. Oh, last day jitters, Lex. Hardly. I'll just be happy to see the outside world again. Oh, it can be overrated sometimes. All of a sudden, Killer Frost shoves her away in between you two. This dark bitch bugging you on your last day, Lex? Watch yourself, or I'll really give you a spanking, you brats. You and what army? Poison Ivy's guards put their hands on their batons. I don't give a fuck. Joke's on you, I'm into that shit. Lexi is gonna get me out of here. So I don't care what you do now. Is this true, Lex? You promised to get me out. What? Ladies, calm down. Obviously, I can get you both out eventually. So there's no need to worry. You better get me out You better get me out before this cunt. Why, you... Suddenly you see a guard approaching. Well, I better get going. You have your catfight alone. You start to speed walk towards the guard as the girls argue. You see Blackfire out the corner of your eye and grab her. You head down a familiar hallway to another room. The guard waves you both into the room. You wait around for what seems like eternity. Finally, a side door opens and Roulette slips in. All right, you two ready to go? You both yell, yes! You file out behind Roulette. Later that night, after a long day, you finally walk into your office. You take a look at the window across the city for a moment. After a few minutes, Roulette strolls in. Well, I guess you're glad to be back here. Of course. Prison is annoying at the best of times. Roulette shivers. Well, you can keep it. I had my fill just going there to keep you updated. Your updates definitely help me out. But it's time to get back to business for now. Of course. We need to make quite a bit just to make up for our losses during your vacation. Well, you know where to find me. Roulette heads back out of your office as the door opens for her. You look out the window for a moment, then also head back out of your office. So that's it for this episode, guys. Next week is another game. We're going to be alternating one game a week. We do the letter on the weekends, and I do what is it? Oh, Indie Files or Sinfully Pure on Fridays. I want to thank you all for joining me. If you guys really want to help out there, if you're on YouTube, there is a membership button you can press. If you're on P-Hub, you can join there. I don't know what they call it. I think they call it a fan club, which is kind of neat. You can also join my Patreon, my Subscribestar, or my OnlyFans to get early access to uncensored videos and the complete archive. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you all. And by the way, the Patreon does have physical rewards. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody. Love you. Hello, 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 and welcome back. That's right. Something Unlimited finally did update. Huge thank you to Sunset Rider for sending me this. Halloween Townie for actually letting me know. I didn't see the Patreon post that he put up about this. Normally I do. Like, I get an email when Sunset puts up a, Patreon post. I didn't get one this time, so I don't know what happened. But yeah, everyone's been waiting for this. I can't show off the meme. I'm a little sad. But let's continue. So, there are a few characters that if they're still locked, I might either contact Sunset about it, or I might just use the cheat to get them in there. I will ask you guys. Now, I'm probably going to be live streaming every other episode of this. Right now, it's just going to be a private recording, but I'm really excited about bringing this back. One of the funny things is I've been accused of purposely not making episodes, when there was an update. I totally don't want to make episodes on series that I like. I'm gonna let people think about the logic of that one. Yeah, I'm one day I will actually make a video with some of my craziest comments. I promise you guys. In fact, we might live stream that. So another thing I wanted to kind of cover, really quick. If you haven't checked out my Twitch, it's Simply Pure, and I do have a second channel called Simply Pure where we have longer videos, and mostly the Eldritch Abomination runs it. I also do story time on there where we do Click Ventures and kid stories. If you guys want to go and check them out, you can. They're a lot of fun. We're working on a day to do them. They're normally sub goals, but we'll see. If you also want to become a member here on YouTube, that would help an absolute ton. And let's continue. Let's see. Events, none. Plan. Do we have anybody for that? Volcana we haven't done. You press a button on your desk to call on Blackfire. She quickly walks through the door to your office. I can't read. Yeah, what is it now? We're making another extraction from Stryker's Island. Who is the target then? I've decided it's Volcana. Some knockoff fire skank? Well, it's up to you, Master. Head to the warehouse and secure the area. I'll be there right after I finish up here. Very well, Master. Blackfire hovers back out the door. You decide to finish some paperwork and to give her some time. After some time passes, you head out. You walk into the abandoned-looking warehouse. Blackfire is off in a corner and hovers over to you. I made a couple passes of the area, but I didn't see anyone. Good. Let's get this done quickly then. You both walk over closer to the wall. You flip a switch on an old-looking crate and a control panel opens up. You quickly go through the sequence of buttons. There's a loud hum under the ground of electricity. Finally, you hear a small beep and press another button. There is a bright flash of light for a moment. Suddenly, Volcana is standing in the middle of the warehouse. I forgot what voice she got. Oh, wow. Whoa, what the... You walk up out of the shadows. Relax. You're in a warehouse on the edge of Metropolis. God, I want Sunset to draw one of the girls. Draw me, Sunset! Draw me like one of your Something Unlimited girls. Next time, send me a text or something first. Who knows what I could have been doing? There's a door to a passage over in the corner. It ends up under a building you can use as cover for a while. Just don't forget who released you. Pretty generous of you, but I won't forget. I'm basically flat broke now, so I'm gonna need some work. Maybe you can help me out with that? Volcana smirks and gives you a wink. I'll see what I can do for now. Good enough. I need to get out of this stupid getup. Volcana struts off for the corner of the room. You walk back over to Blackfire and start to move some crates around. You've unlocked Volcana as a hireable villain. Prison Break is locked for 5 days before it can be repeated. I don't think there's anyone else I need. Let's go do some crimes. Hey, there's Starfire. Star Sapphire, I mean. Oh, so I have been told Zatanna can go. Oh, whoops, I did not mean to say no. Woohoo! I pissed her off. I need to go to Glamour Sun. I need to... No, I don't need to go to the Glamour Sun. I do love you, girl, but I will come back, I promise. You know I won't leave you for very long. Devices. I don't know who else. I have been told by multiple people it is Zatanna, but we will check everybody. Huntress. Can't unlock. Now, I do know they were working on a redux of this game. I don't know if he's still I need to kidnap Sunset and get him to... Okay, so she can't unlock. Alrighty. That's weird. I guess I was told wrong. Okay, we have Vixen. Hot Girl, I think we already have. Let me check something really quick. So I'm not really sure. And so it has been confirmed that you can get Jinx. I actually have no idea how to get her to join, so I might have to cheat her in. We'll see. Oh, wait. Did I get Canary yet? I think I did. I think you're actually back over there. Let's find out. Ooh. Oh, right. Cosmia. Yeah. It's been a while. And we do want to see if Starfire is fixed. No. Alright, right. I think I need to go... Sorry, babe. I think I need to go to Blackfire's room to do this. It's been a while, forgive me. It is still broken, hold on. So, the reason I don't just cheat characters in, which I can do, is I do want to show you guys all the scenes. I have alerted, Sunset to all the breaks and stuff. He is a very nice guy. I will say 100% please support this game. He is fantastic, his entire team. I believe he works with somebody else. I'm not 100% sure on that. But he is a really, really nice guy. Most of these game creators are actually really, really kind and nice and caring. A lot of people don't know that. I've said it before, Akabar is really great. X is Coming, who's got his new game coming out soon, is really great. Haven't met the guys from 4 Elements Trainer, but I'm sure they're very lovely. Waifu Academy, which, by the way, I am a secret ending voice too. The few times I've talked to them, they were really friendly. You guys already know I love G-Zone, Mahora, and the rest of the group are fantastic, and I still need to do more of their other game. So yeah, there's just so many games to do in so little time. So Black Canary, do you have anything? We can leash you. I don't know if you have any new actions yet. See, that's the thing. I need to find out everybody's new actions. Nothing more yet. So we will do a leashing episode. We always do. I'm just checking any of the new girls for any new dialogue. I wonder if Lois has been finished completely yet? I still want to see Lois become a henchwoman. That would be funny. I think she's done. I don't think there's anything new for her. I'm not sure. I don't get a guide with this, so I basically just fumble. So this episode is just me talking today. So forgive me, it's going to be a little bit boring. We'll get into the other stuff soon, but I want to see if any of the talking is done. No. Okay, so so right now, Blackfire is still broken, which I know people have been wanting to see that for a while, so she's still broken on mine. I hate to have to do another save. If anything, I'm wondering if maybe there's a way. I don't want to. That I don't think I can cheat. That I don't think I can cheat. Can I? Huh, that is a really legitimately good question. I wonder if I can cheat that. Hold on. Okay, let's see. Nanda Parbat. I don't know how to get her. I don't know how to get her yet. So there's two things I need to figure out, which I'm going to go over and check. So I can just hire off the bat, which I might do. So Cersei is still locked. The last time I played the ship, Cersei refused to come with me. I couldn't get her. Jinx is having problems, but again, we're going to try to fix that. She is unlocked. I've got to figure some stuff out. So yes, this is the cheat menu for everyone to see. If you are playing the normal version, just click C. I really, really hate to do a whole new save, but it is looking like it might come down to that. Hey girl, do you have anything new? Welcome, darling. Does my baby princess have anything new for me? You have sex. Oh no, I have leashed you enough for right now. Summoning room? Do you have anything we can summon? No. I hate to have to unlock that stuff, so I am going to talk to, Sunset. Again, I'm not blaming him. I'm used to Ren'Py, and this is, I believe, Unity, which is actually pretty cool that we're starting to get these games in Unity. It's just that when you get a bug, sometimes, like, I can't port over a save easily, which is, you know, just Unity for you. It is a little annoying and a little frustrating for me. Oh, can I call anyone? Sorry if you hear puppers in the background. I'll add some music and stuff today. But, it is a little frustrating. But what can you do, right? There's not much we can do. Hey, Mercy, you got anything new, babe? Oh, okay. Mercy just unhappy to see us. Oh, we do have the other Harley. Let's go see if she's got anything. I still haven't seen the new Harley Quinn show. I had a bunch of people tell me it's actually funny. Okay. So far no new talking stuff, which again, like I said, this is what this video is going to concentrate on, is if there's any new dialogue. And then we'll move on to, you know, the next episode being a bit more exciting. So nothing new there yet. I have to figure out how to get Jinx to come in here. Cersei, I have to ask him if I can just unlock her, or if she shows up with a cutscene. Let's look at that again. So, Volcana's here. I have to figure out how to get her to come, I think, into the, Do I have to do the same thing I did with Rose? Does she just show up in the bed, or can you get Rose and Volcana to go into the cells? If you guys know, let me know. If you know how to do it with Jinx, let me know. Cersei, let me know. Oh, why does that say? Okay. Morgan, I have no idea how to get you. Maxima. So we have our goals. It's Maxima, Morgan, Cersei, Jinx, Volcana. If anyone has Nanda Parbat and Almak is the other one. Almarak. Again, please, if you guys are more than welcome to give me hints. It is very much appreciated. I don't get mad about that. It does help these videos go a lot faster so that you are, you know, you're not watching me struggle and stuff. And I know people don't like that kind of thing. But again, this video was just kind of checking to see if any new dialogue had been in. We did get Volcana, which is great. So that means the next day we will try for a bit more of a spicier episode. So thank you guys so much for joining me. So glad to be back to this game. Please don't forget to check out my current series, AI Somnum. And if you're a YouTube member, right now you get the next series, which is Ultra Despair Girls, early. It's a member exclusive. And right now for streaming, we're working on AI Somnum 2, so you can come and see it early. So go check out those videos, go give some love, go give some comments, all that fun. I think you'll love that series. I'm playing AI Somnum with Mike, and again for AI Somnum 2, so you guys will just not have to just hear me. Streaming-wise, we're doing Terminator Resistance, which is just me and you guys, and a new visual novel, which is the sequel to Spirit Hunter, which I did, I think, last year or the year before. So if you want to come watch that. And again, we have lots of other great series, so don't forget to check out my second channel, my Twitch, and all that. Thank you guys so much for your for your support and everything. You guys have been really, really cool. Check out our shop, which the commercial should be right after this. Go check out that fun little commercial I made. I worked really hard on it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Mwah.